right, y'all. Welcome back to episode 2 of Cut the Small Talk. We have the usuals here: Visions, Ilani, Jada Barber, and Miss Tiffany Chanel. And we have our special guest. Edit that out. Aaron James. You want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
I don't do too much right now. I just work in insurance. I try to do stand up on the side. I do Instagram reels now. Not too much. Just try to spread love and whatnot. Okay. Trying to make people laugh.
He's being modest. He is a whole IG comedian, just comedian in general. He does a lot of stand up around Virginia Beach. So make sure y'all follow him. What's your Instagram?
Hitty from the block.
It's at Drake. Champagne Coffee.
You couldn't wait to get off.
I couldn't. I had to.
Hitty from the block. THA, not THE.
Okay, y'all. So our first topic is gonna be: do men really want an independent woman, or is it all cap? Is it cap or fact? Do y'all really want an independent woman, or do y'all just say that because y'all think it sounds good, or do y'all really understand what dating an independent woman is?
What
dating an independent woman is?
What the stuff y'all be saying? The stuff y'all.
Let's let Visions go first since he has so right. He couldn't wait to get to it.
I knew it was coming. That's why I just took my drink.
I mean, first of all, real men are not intimidated by real men. Real men are not intimidated by any type of woman. Intimidation of what? That's number one. Number two, and what I'm about to say is about to make the women in here be like, hold the F up now.
I've never
The term independent woman is so watered down, because women are not created to be independent. They are created to be self-sufficient. See what I'm saying? I love
it.
I know. You know what I mean?
All adjusted days.
I know. I'm the one that's gonna get.
That's facts.
Come on, sir.
Okay,
hold up. Let me. I'm going down the line.
What's self-sufficient?
They all
Explain
shifted.
self-sufficient.
To be able, I don't want you to speak the Jews, but when she heard that jig on you know what I mean? To be able to sustain herself without a man. It's simple. To be able to sustain yourself without a man. So this whole independent, I don't need a man. I if I get a man, it's because I want one. I make my own money. I got my own house, buy my own car. You know what Lil Webby said. You know what I mean? I don't even think women know what it means to be truly self-sufficient, or I don't think women understand what it means to have the independence of womanhood. You see what I'm saying? But to get back on the man, there's
Not
no...
the man telling us we don't know what it means to have womanhood.
No, I said the independence.
The independence.
Yeah, I ain't talking about... I can't... Nah, don't get it twisted. I can't tell a woman, neither will I try to tell women how to be women. I don't believe in people like... this is a podcast where we just say what the F we want to say.
Yes,
you know what I mean? I don't believe in people like...
fuck.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I just don't curse like that. You know what I mean? I don't believe in people like Derek Jackson, Steve Harvey, and other people that pander to Eric Thomas, that pander to women, and because of that, it perpetuates the whole independent womanhood thing.
What was the name of that artist that put that woman first? What's his name?
Better put your woman. What's that?
See what happened to him, Johnny.
Yeah.
See what happened to
See
him.
what? That's what I'm saying. So I don't.
Sun his ass dry.
There's nothing wrong.
Finish.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a woman sustaining until they find a man. Because to be honest, men and women need each other. But the narrative that a man doesn't need a woman or a woman doesn't need a man is so false. And we have, especially with the black community, we are our biggest enemy, because other communities has the revelation early. Other communities go to college to find a husband. They don't wait until it's only black women who are the most educated. They be like, I need to
Don't
put...
do that quote. We are.
No, y'all the most enrolled.
We're the most educated.
No. We can bring it up. We can bring it up. You know what I mean? We a credible source. You know what I mean? And even if that is true, you know what I mean? If she find a source, it's because what they are taught in their household. You know what I mean? You don't need a man. Only thing you need him, and the sex industry is booming now.
The
So they're
study shows
teaching.
black women are among most educated in U.S. 2 days ago. New studies show black women have been receiving degrees at a higher rate for years.
But yet they still single. You see what I'm saying? You know
Why we
what
still
I mean? So yet they still single. So you could be the most educated.
But does education equate relationship?
No, it doesn't. That's why they still single. That's why they 55 with a doctorate degree, and with a doctorate degree is still single. So that's why I said it doesn't. Me personally, no, there's no real man that fears a woman that is extremely successful and walking in her path. Like, I desire a woman that knows how to handle her business and conduct herself as a woman. The men that fear self-sufficient women or independent women are the men that don't know themselves. So if you don't know yourself and a woman appears to know herself more than you, of course you're going to be intimidated. But if I know who I am, the only thing you can do is help me look better than what I look right now. You see what I'm saying? You're a help me. You're not better. You're a help me. You weren't even created to be. Never mind. Y'all go ahead.
Before I say my piece, I want to get an opposition. I want somebody responds to my boy right here. Because I know y'all got some shit to say.
The issue would be on the fact that why women aren't married now. It's more because back in the day, having a husband was something that you needed and able, like, for us to be able to live in a house, to start a family, like that was the value, having a family. Now that we're self-sufficient and we don't have to rely on those laws where men can only buy property, we don't need y'all for it. We have to actually like y'all, and y'all aren't very likable. So now we aren't married because y'all have to start becoming likable first.
See, you see what I'm saying? Her ideology is women don't need men.
No.
No, I believe that.
She
I
said
believe
men
women
aren't very likable.
No.
women
She
need
said
men.
women don't
And the
need
unit
y'all.
needs
That's what.
to be
Did she not just say that?
Because y'all aren't likable. She
No.
said
We
in
don't
order
need
for
you
us
anymore
to
to
need you.
thrive in society. We no longer need you to do
You
the
really
thing,
believe
like
that?
to get on our feet.
Hold up,
Yeah.
you
We
really
can get our
believe
Yeah,
that?
I
How?
believe that 100%.
You
We can own
believe
property. We can have businesses.
See, we are
We
talking
can-
about
parent
economics. We are talking. You can have children without a what? Without men?
No, I said we can parent them.
But you
We
can't
do.
have them.
Actually,
we
yes,
do
you
it all the
can. I
time.
can just
You
go
still-
get a sperm donor.
You still need a. You still need
I don't
semen.
need
And
like.
guess what?
I
It's a
can
lot
still
of
need-
times
You see what I'm
I
saying?
can go to the bank and go.
But
to
it's
the
still
bank.
you still
I
need
was there.
semen, which comes from
I
what?
said parent them.
Hold
not
up.
conceive.
You still need semen, Tiffany Chanel. That comes from what?
Half the time y'all don't take care of them.
So hold up. Now you know there's a study that I can pull up to show women don't take care of men, take care of their children as well.
What's the percentage?
How many single
I
moms
got
do you
you.
know being a black man?
A whole lot. I work.
many
You know, I
single
work for the
dads
city
you
of
know?
Chesapeake. I work for the city of Chesapeake. I know a
Single
whole
dads?
lot of. Hold up. You asked me how many single. I know a whole lot of single moms. I just went to be a mediator for court for a mother who dropped her kids off with the father and left. They ain't seen them in years.
I know a lot of single parents, single moms that come to the barbershop, drop their kids off, and then leave, and I have to track them down to come get your damn son.
I sit in the car.
I be calling, they be ignoring my calls.
I don't sit in
and then
a
like
barber
3-4 hours
shop
later, they were
because-
like, "Is it finished?"
No,
Okay, wait.
Yo,
that's
This is a
different.
very important topic, and I will say, men and women can have similarities when it comes to not taking care of children. However, a lot of
Let's
times
be real.
women leave out of mental health issues, and men leave out of just like,
I don't want to take care of this child. And I'm trying to.
That's not
trying to
true.
be tied down.
That's this is why these what make these topics an issue, because we are speaking from avenues that is not true. We are speaking out of stuff that we see, or we speaking out of stuff that we hear without any data attached to that. So most men and women speak from places. Case in point, if we was to take a poll right now, they would say, men cheat more than women, especially black men. But that's not true. The number one cheater in a business is white men.
Yeah, I was about to say.
White men cheat at an alarming rate, but they don't get the publicity for it. We do. You know who leave marriages and relationship more in America? Women.
Yeah.
You know who filed for divorce? 78% of divorces is filed by women.
And that brings back around to y'all not being likable.
No, see, no, that's not true. No, you feel like you don't. You just said it. You feel like you don't need a man. That's where it stems from. Because in our community, you don't need no man. Take care of yourself, boo. You don't need a man, nothing for dick. And hell, they make toys and roses now. You don't even think roses and all this was created for that reason, to take the man or don't need a man?
Why do you think that women do need men to thrive?
Women need men to thrive just the same way as men need women to thrive. First of all, women was created to help men meet their destiny. That's why you notice a man can go higher when you have a woman that is walking in her self-sufficient path, because she bring a. Warren Buffett had a black woman, not Warren Buffett, Lucas, the dude that made Star Wars. I forgot his name, Lucas something, John Lucas, something like whatever his name was. But she's a phenomenal black businesswoman. This man is white. Mm-hmm. Nobody known about her, but she's the only NFL player, African NFL owner, and she's a woman. Nobody's talking about this. You know what I mean? She did all of, I forgot his name, but he's the dude that made Star Wars. She did all of his business. All of his business. That's why the dude that made Marvel, I forgot his name too, he doesn't get any residual income from it.
George Walton.
That's him. He doesn't get any residual income from it, but George Walton do. Because the black woman did his business. It's the same thing as...
one of those in my life.
You know what I mean?
Right
It's the
there.
same thing as why
That's that
women...
That's why I believe.
So
in
do
terms-
women need men or do men need women?
Right.
We both
That
need
sounds
each
like
other.
a man needs
No,
a
No,
woman.
we both need each other.
Yes,
That's
That's
very
for
true.
sure true. Because we
Very
both need
true.
each other.
Very true.
We
but
need each other.
Men
But-
thrive more though when they have a good woman by their side.
That's it.
And
Women don't thrive as
period.
much when they have a good.
No,
man by
it's
their
not
side.
women drive, period. They drive when they have somebody leading them. I don't know why we keep trying. Listen to what
Women
you just
thrive
said.
when they're not in a relationship.
That is false. What? In the 1960s, when you seen...
Okay, let's say this. How can a woman be more successful? I'm not going to say, okay, let me make sure I word this carefully. Can a woman devote more time to her career, married or single?
Single.
It depends.
It depends.
on the marriage, because
Thank you.
Facts.
as somebody who's been married,
Case by case basis.
Well, did it?
my spouse was very supportive of my
Okay, very
business.
true.
So it really depends on the spouse, the person you choose to marry.
See
But
what I'm
somebody,
saying?
it has to be a give and take. So
But how?
I hear you.
How common is that?
It's very common. I just
I
gave you an
think- I
example.
It is very
I
common.
think
I just gave you an example.
I really
Unless
do
you were
think-
one of those niggas that's scared for you to thrive and
To be
don't
better
sit
than
around
him.
an independent woman,
Yeah.
then
You know what I mean?
then they're not gonna do it. But any man gonna want their woman to do.
To be great.
Yeah,
I just made
feel
that
that's
like-
gonna help them
I
at the
feel
long,
like
in the
it
long run.
sounds good.
If I can't get a
No, this is
Maserati,
the
then you gonna
truth.
get me a Maserati.
See, this
I
is
feel
the
like
issue.
so. Okay, look at social medias, right? If you know,
And that's
like,
what fucked up
TikTok-
marriage right there,
TikTok
social media, but
is
we not
owned
going into
by
that.
overseas, right? TikTok is owned by overseas. What we see, our algorithm is because it is what Americans like to see.
Yeah.
All the negativity and stuff is what Americans like to see. But if you go to China and you look at your algorithm, it's totally different. You're going to see
Yeah.
educational things. Is what they're putting in their kids' head.
Yeah.
I feel that, like, I'm on a lot of different sites. It's a lot of negative things that be on my Facebook thing
Most
because of people talking about men and stuff. But I'm choosing to watch it. So then that can also cloud our judgment
does.
on how we
Bingo.
feel about our own.
Thank you.
So I hear you,
You'll be
So
so
y'all
far
need
from
And
to
I
start
do,
watching
I
more
am.
stuff about polygamy.
but I do feel
even
that
American polygamy is wrong.
Where the hell did that come from?
No, even American polygamy is
that in
wrong.
there.
I
I'm going with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but even that is
Yeah,
wrong because
boy.
especially black these woke niggas, they just want to just smash 5 different women because polygamy in its whole has been able to finance every woman you have. But don't nobody want to have that
Hold
conversation.
on. I can talk, no, we can talk about this.
Yeah, you
One thing
know.
about it, we can talk about this. Polygamy ain't just about fucking.
That's what I just
Polygamy
said.
is more- I said, we can talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Polygamy is more than fucking.
Yeah.
Polygamy is a whole household of people who love each other and support each other. It's just more than just me and you. It's just me, you, and her, or me,
But-
him, and her.
But original,
him, right?
yeah, original
And, no,
polygamy
him and him
is.
and her.
There was a show that showed Mormons in Utah. Yeah, that was a show that showed Mormons in Utah. I forgot the name of the show.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but that man he bought a neighborhood. He had 3 wives. He gave a wife And these wasn't no little shoebox houses. These was with acres, and he gave all of them a house side by side. You see what I'm saying? But in our culture, we push polygamy as men just having a whole bunch of women, and the women pouring into the pot in the house. And usually, what you see is this man really not doing nothing.
I'm sorry, for podcast reasons,
Mm-hmm.
may you please tell us where you're from?
I'm from Georgia. That's why.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, you talk about the Jamaican African part?
Yes.
Yeah, my mother is African.
Oh man.
My mother is African. My father
Okay,
is
his
Jamaican.
stance on polygamy, I knew that had to
Yeah.
be a background because
Yeah.
usually in those cultures, it's like that's the thing to have more than one wife.
Yeah,
So,
but
that's-
even
I just
then,
wanted
they
to
still
give a
able
background.
to take care
Yes, you
of. It's like they finance it.
Yeah.
It's not let's put our money into one pot. No, these men got money. You don't got to put your money into a pot.
Yeah.
You come over here, and then not only that, in these countries we talking about, it was more for protection. Say if he's my brother, he died in war or something like that, his wife is left widowed. So now she comes under my protection until she finds somebody that she want to marry. That's why I say, man, these topics is so convoluted because it
That's
is.
a big word.
It
We need
is
to put
so.
that definition.
You know what I mean? It's so convoluted because it's so opinion based, and opinion based on triggers and trauma. So no, because this and that. You just be like, what? She literally said men need women to thrive, but women don't need. They thrive on their own. If that was the case, it would have been a whole bunch of Eves in the garden.
But
feel
we
like-
do
Get it back
thrive
to
on. We can thrive.
Well, why?
I opened up within the past 6 years. I've opened up 7 businesses.
Or maybe you just chose the wrong
after,
nigga. See, they don't want to talk about that though. You see, stop.
I'm just saying, I don't know who's watching this, so I'm gonna just watch my mouth.
You know what I mean?
So we do. I feel that we're more focused. So if I don't have a dude in my life, I'm focused
Yeah.
because I know I'm the type of woman that if I start dating, I'm gonna be stuck. I wanna.
Yeah. It's our
hang out,
natural
I'm getting to know 'em.
instinct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if I don't have a man, like I'm focused. Like
Or
I'm
you
ready
just
for
get the
next.
right man to make sure you stay focused.
Yeah, but that's
Then
what
he
I'm
has to
saying.
be
What's
business.
the-
Like it has to be business.
So find
because business
men-
understands business.
I don't date.
We don't have time.
I don't talk to nobody. I wouldn't talk to nobody that's not an entrepreneur, because they don't understand it. Just like I won't talk to nobody that's not a parent.
That's facts.
They not gonna understand it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So what you have to do is purposely go after men that are in business. Because these single niggas that just, you know what I mean, are not. I told a woman one time, she wanted me to be home every day. I said, maybe you need to go find a 9-to-5 nigga. Because I can't, me being with you all day is not gonna get us where we need to be. You see what I'm saying? I can't call the debtors and be like, well, love and cuddling is gonna pay bills. They be like, boy, you got 90 days. you got 90
That is
days.
so much.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe it is not that, yes, you probably feel you thrive on your own, but imagine you had a man that is just as equally as phenomenal as you are, but say, go girl, I'm right here with you.
I feel
I
like,
agree.
get back to the topic at hand. I
Make
feel
you
like
think, huh?
men aren't intimidated by women who are independent. I feel like, I kind of disagree with you, Visions. I feel like women can thrive. They can even thrive even more without a man. Because sometimes in the same token that they can help them, they can also hurt them. They can drag them down. They can be an emotional bomb on them. You know, they cannot make them want to be energetic.
That's the
be willing
dealing
to
with
do
the wrong
stuff.
nigga though. I said that.
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard to see that,
Yeah,
especially
it
a
is.
man or
If
man.
we're-
If you got
if
a fat
we're
ass and you
realistic.
dress nice, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard. Sometimes
It's
we
hard
as
to
men
see.
mask what we want.
So wait, are you
as well
saying
as-
that sometimes a woman can drag a man down?
No,
or a
I'm
man
saying.
can
I mean,
drag
vice
a woman
versa. I mean, that's not.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not exclusive to one gender, but
Yeah.
I feel like more so, it's easier for a man to succeed with a good woman by her side. But I
Yeah.
feel like it's harder for the opposite. I feel like it's harder for a woman to succeed with a man by her side. I feel like if you look at the most successful men, LeBron James, you know, I don't know whoever else is long-term marriages, but they have that one woman by their side, you know, and they go far because they don't have all these other girls in their faces. They don't have all these other girls weighing them down, trying to like do this, and that. They have one woman and they focus on their business. As opposed to like women, again, I feel like typically if the man, like you said, if the man ain't business related, I feel like he's gonna get jealous. He's gonna get intimidated because she's doing a lot more. She's making more money, and she's too busy for him. He's gonna feel insecure. She has all these niggas inside, in
See,
front
that's
of
the
her
niggas
face.
who's
Blah, blah,
scared
blah.
of an independent woman.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
let
So
me
y'all
ask
dealing with
this.
the wrong dude.
Let me ask this: how many independent women have y'all dated?
Whew.
A lot.
And
Yes,
what
I love
happened?
them. I
What
can't
was the
stand
issue
them. I can't
that
stand
y'all
them
don't date
McDonald's
them no
ass
more?
Women. I can't stand them.
My
I can't
ambition.
do
You
it.
can't stand what?
A McDonald's working ass woman.
No, sir.
Keep it up there. She immediately looked at the camera. No, we keep
I like ambition. Like for instance, let me say something. They only, cause they
She
only
could be
good.
working at McDonald's.
They only
for-
good for one thing. The reason why I said that is
I'm
is
appalled.
because let me tell you. You don't work at McDonald's, do you? Okay. I was make sure. Listen, not you.
Not
But
work
look.
here.
But the reason why I said that was I used to really like this girl, right? I used to really like her. I met her at the McDonald's drive-thru.
So this is
What
a
you
hurt
knew
situation.
about-
Hold on.
trauma. That's what I told you. See, I told you. You know.
So it turns out that she was staying out an area in Norfolk that was Talwater Park. She was staying outside Talwater Park, and I was talking to her because I liked her. She was pretty. She had a
Most of them are.
A good
Most of them
head
are.
on her
Like
shoulder,
that, or
but-
you wanted to?
Most of them from the park be bad, bro.
No, let me answer the question.
So look.
Let me answer the question. You liked her, or you wanted?
You know what
to
you wanted to do, man.
Wait. Let me explain what happened first, and let you ask me. So when I first seen her, she was a baddie at the window, right? I said, man, you know what? Go ahead and pass. I threw her my phone. She put the number in there. And then she called her phone from my phone, and then she hit me up.
Not on the
So
clock.
You knew she was wrong then. It'll be working.
That's
See, I told you y'all be seeing signs. You just overlook
Let
them.
him go. Let him talk.
wait.
Let him talk.
So of course, you know what I mean, I hit her up, whatever. We started talking about blah. So as we started talking, probably 4 days later, you know, we out to eat, and she's telling me that she don't want to move away from Talwater Park because her mama, her grandma, her aunt, and her sister all stay out Talwater Park, so she feel like she's home. That's a turnoff. If you're striving to go hard, then that's more of a turn on. I'm willing to help you go hard. But if you just trying to sit here and continue to pay $213 a month,
Playing
then
less
Not
than that.
213.
facts, and that's because the government paying your bills. I just don't like that. It's not a turn on. You good for one thing after that. Like, how are you gonna help me strive if you don't want to move out of Talwater Park?
It's-
I'm not moving
it
into
is
Talwater
facts.
Park.
It's just hard to hear because, like,
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a woman.
No,
That's
I
why-
would
that's
say
why I
the same
love
way if somebody was
independent
going
women.
in on a man like that. Like,
See,
damn.
a lot of the independent women that I met had helped me with business. As far as if I didn't know anything, I'm not business savvy at all. These hands do all my work. So if I don't know how to get an LLC and an EIN and all that stuff, and then somebody who has been through that and who doing their own thing could help me bring them up the same way I can help them if I didn't know nothing about all of that stuff.
See, but the thing, this is the thing with men and women. This is the thing, because we are saying, you know, men can thrive with a woman, but a woman can't thrive. A woman can thrive without a man, and then they went into soliloquy about why they can't. If people just pick right the first time, instead of overlooking, like she called homie on the clock. If I was her boss, she would have been written up. Like, what? you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? We as humans, men and women, we can see what we don't need. But it's so... When
Are
we
you
get...
married?
Huh?
Are you married?
No, I'm not
How
married.
many
Right?
times have you picked?
So what... So... This what women do. This what women do.
This is a legitimate choke. It was not a
Hold
funny
on.
choke.
This is what
I
women
really
do.
choked.
When you start stepping on their toes and making them be accountable, this is what they do. They try to ask you a question with a question. Because accountability is very...
No, I agree with you. The last,
But what I'm
did I
saying
say
is-
all last episode, I'm traditional. I need a man child. I don't want to do this.
But what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this.
That
How many
probably-
times? How many times you gonna keep
Sounds like
picking the
that.
same thing over and over again?
Oh, I've never been down that road. I'm asking you. Because
So you never picked
seem
wrong
like
the
you
one
got
time?
it all.
I'm 36.
I agree.
Of
you
course.
gotta be accountable, but at the same time, I feel like women don't mask what they want from a man as much as men do it to a woman. A man can go up to a woman and say he
And
wants to
lie.
help her do this,
This
that,
is
and
the
the
new
third.
Derrick Jackson.
He just wants to fuck.
He's the new Derrick Jackson.
No,
But a woman
Visions is conflicted because he's probably
Women
one of the
can
men
be
that be
women can be more
asking.
upfront with it.
no, I'm very upfront. If I
Women
just
can,
want the
women
box,
can be more upfront with it. what
if
they
I
want.
just want the box, how you doing, beloved? I
Excuse
think you're
me.
very beautiful. The
Can
shoulders.
any guys-
That's
Can we
about a
get
lot of
some,
guys will do
can we get
trickery.
some fact checkers to drop comments saying if that's fact or cap?
What?
A lot of guys will
But
try to
men, women do
manifest.
too. See, this is
What?
we
But
are
it's
talking
easier
about
for them.
Can women do what?
mass what they really want. Women go on 40 dates and have 10 different
Big
dudes in their
facts.
number.
Big facts. They'll meet their millionaire and then they'll change their whole lifestyle of the money.
Hold up, I'm not saying that.
No,
but
not
the
just
same
fucking the
thing.
millionaire. No,
but
you're not getting married.
I'm not
you think
saying-
you're gonna let the coochie? You think you're gonna decide?
No, you don't
the
give
one?
it up to everybody.
No,
See,
y'all.
but that's what I'm
women will
saying.
You should
change
not.
for a millionaire.
But what I'm saying is, he's saying the same way. He's saying men masking. The same way he talking about men mask things. Women will have 6 niggas in their phone. She have food. You see how she laughing and turning around?
Okay.
Hold on, I'm not finished. She was just
got
gonna
this
have
text
food.
one, yeah.
She have food, good time, just dates, repairs, and fucking.
We mask for 2 different reasons though. We mask to have sex. They mask for financial gain.
Bro, stop Derek Jackson these hoes, bro. No, they not. She's lying. No, they don't. Because if a woman is in, hold up, you are. Because we were talking about an independent woman. She got money. She don't need finances.
It
No,
doesn't.
he's
have
talking
nothing to do
about
with
masking.
finances.
You're talking about independent
He's talking about masking.
talking
then why
about-
else? If you don't have nothing to do with finances, why
What
else
you
would
can do?
listen.
What can you do for
Don't
me?
listen to this.
finances? Everything that you gonna
Negative.
All right, think
He
of,
said
okay.
repairs. So if I need somebody to fix my car,
That stop
and
you
I got
from paying
that
somebody
actually-
else to fix your car. Everything that you
Why
gonna
not get it
name
for
is
free?
gonna be a financial
Why
issue.
not
So
get it
you're
for free?
masking.
Everything
then.
you're
See,
gonna
that's
name
what
is
I'm
gonna
I'm
be a
saying.
not
financial issue.
because you will
Isn't
know
that
your
masking?
position.
It is. See, you see how y'all making an excuse for
You know
women?
your
Isn't
position.
You see this, bro?
Go ahead. Everything they're gonna name is gonna be a financial issue. Everything.
No, but let's
Except
answer
dick.
this. Let's answer this. If y'all want coochie, why not be like, look, I know this is just the one thing that he wants from me, so let me just
Who?
see what I
How,
can
how,
get.
if I want the punani, I'm
Y'all
telling
are
you.
not like straightforward with it.
You can't.
Who?
Okay, let's not even.
Hold on,
Okay,
time out.
look, look,
It's
look,
just
look.
say like
easy.
35%.
Oh, I'm
I don't know about
sorry. I'm
president.
sorry. Not
You seen me.
1%.
You see me in that atmosphere.
Well, they
Y'all
probably
just
just
got lucky at the 1% men up there.
Right. We're talking about
Can't be, a majority of men are not gonna be straightforward with it. They're gonna.
You know why? You know
Yes,
why men don't be
majority,
straightforward?
Yeah, because y'all are the
'Cause it's
1%,
no-
so you gotta say majority.
Okay,
Right?
you know why
Because
more
keep saying you're
majority?
1%.
Hey, you gotta say a huge majority.
A
They
huge
are right. You gotta
majority.
give
You
them
were
the
straightforward
They
saying
are
you
right
were
because we do
supposed to have no
math to get the Jay.
I agree with what he's saying, but the majority of men is not going to say that, number one, because they don't have access to that.
And
So
then
you
we
can't-
also gonna know what type of woman we dealing with.
Yeah,
too.
so you can't just come out and say, damn, you fine, can I get the box in the throat? Because one be like, bitch, don't be trying me like
I got 40. You got $40.
Is
That's
that-
what it's gonna say. It's gonna go back to
Don't
the
be trying me
financial.
like I'm some type of hoe, blah, blah, blah.
You're
So of course,
You got $40.
so of course,
You straight up
but,
up for ass.
They
You
giving
gotta
up
go get it,
boxing
bro.
yo,
for
bro,
40.
I don't deal, like, I deal with women that's straightforward. Like, if I'm dealing with a woman that, first of all, she got her ish together. But we grown enough to say, shit, I think you're attracted too. What's up?
What's
like
ish?
I don't
What's ish?
That's rare.
Her
Huh?
stuff
What's
together,
ish?
like she's
What you
paying
mean?
her
Your
bills.
shit
ish
together.
Like
You
we
know.
talking about the independent or self-sufficient woman.
Yeah,
Like, I
what's
don't.
ish?
I don't
I
deal
lost
with.
you
She
with
got her
the ish.
shit together.
Yeah, she got her shit together. I don't deal
She got her
with
what together?
her shit together.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. He just wanted me to say.
Pressure him.
You know what I mean? Like I don't deal with women that's not, and I deal with women that's straightforward. If we want to have sex, all right then. There's no games that need to be played. But most men do that because they don't have that access. So we have to teach men how to be better. Like I said, podcast. Once we teach men how to be better, then they can become comfortable in their skin to be like, you know what? That's what I bring to the table. I just want the box. And it's
Okay.
on the woman to be like, yes or no. You know what I mean? But what happens a lot of times is the woman may say yes. See, this is what happens with the other 1%.
No, we good. I'm glad you said it.
The women, a man be like, I just want the box. The woman be like, okay, we can just do this.
Man, if Lil
You
Baby
mess
or
around and
the
start
Baby
African squatting that hole.
or Kirk
You
Franklin
mess around.
come up to you motherfucker and say, I want the box. Let's spread the box.
That's all I'm saying. You mess
What is
around.
that?
If a
Squat,
superstar
squat,
was to
right.
come into their life and say they want the box, they
giving
give
up the box.
They giving the box. You know why? Because of financial reasons.
That's it. But yeah,
Lil
he
baby,
mad
the
side.
baby, one baby, two babies. One of them babies was to come to one of these joints and say, What's up, Mom? I'm in the concert. I'm only here for 2
Negative.
days.
Nope.
I want the box.
That's negative.
Okay, right now.
Speaking from somebody that's been in that position as a bottle girl, never.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
We
See,
can
now,
flip that
now
right
we deal
now.
with lying females. man.
Never.
Especially on the podcast.
Do you
They
know
want
how
they
many,
stuff out
how
there.
many
They
women
got
they go through?
Huh?
Do you know how many women those guys?
But everybody has
I
their
would've
type.
heard
For me,
about it.
Every woman,
that's
every
all I
woman
care
has
about.
their type and their
No.
price.
I can tell you right now, that's a
Every
fact.
woman, well, not every woman think about their bodies, and this is
Exactly.
this is my body, and I don't want
Yeah.
nobody else's STDs or
Right. Or no
negative
rappers.
negative spirits around me.
Every woman has
I don't.
has their type and their price.
And
Man.
every woman don't think that.
Exactly. It ain't on me.
I
Y'all can
think
sit here on this podcast all
So,
day.
okay.
I
If a
care
nigga
about
pull out 100
STDs
racks
Okay.
cash.
It's the
Fucking
same thing
energy.
for men. I know a lot of men that got sugar mamas out here.
The same thing. I'm not saying that. He the one say me and the only one that mad.
If y'all got sugar mamas, make sure y'all give them some money over here too. Pass the money.
Can't find one. Shit, what do you
I
have?
got $40.
Oh, you got Look, tell y'all sugar mamas to send us some mics.
See if I can make some
Tell your
calls.
sugar mamas to send us
If
some
I can make
mics.
some
Yeah,
text messages.
Okay, so
Everybody
right
mad.
now, we're gonna go
Bottom
around
to
the
the
room.
next
I want
show, shit.
each man to give a man that's struggling with confidence a tip, and it's only 2 sentences max.
Man, look.
I can't. It's hard, dude.
Okay,
You supposed to
what
be
y'all
mad.
think is doable? 3, a paragraph.
I mean, just like a little short 30-second.
I got it, bro.
Yeah.
30 seconds, wow.
30 seconds. That's
Number
it.
one,
Okay.
put your passion first. That's it. When you're on your purpose, women to come. Don't fill your time trying to chase women. Pussy gonna do what pussy do. That is dry, wet, loose, dog ears, whatever. It's gonna do what it do.
What's that? Wait a minute. What's
Be about your purpose. Once you're about your purpose, your grind, women will show up. Number 2, know who you are. That's it. Your identity, bro. Your identity is not in these women. It is not in social media. It is not in what somebody else tell you, man. Yes, I said. Pussy look like dog
Bro,
ears.
you're
You know what I mean?
Alright, wait. Where we going? Go here.
I would say, well, first, like you said, find your passion. Everything starts with your passion. You know what you are about in life. I feel like you can't chase nobody if you don't got your head on straight.
Bingo.
Number 2 is work out. Get active. You know, you gotta look good, feel good. You know, and if you work out, you're also exercising. You got dopamine pumping. You feel good. I feel like also. Besides that, man, what was it? Feel confident. I'm good on those 2.
You don't pander like that.
Okay. Come on, girl.
What's
Close
up,
us out with some
everybody?
good ones.
My name is Jada Barber B. You can meet me at
That boy
Instagram,
wild.
Jada Barber B.
He's
You
been waiting for
can
this
book
moment
me
his whole
on
life.
Instagram, Jada Barber B. And the reason why I said that is if you fell with confidence, get a haircut. Once you get a haircut,
Mine
Boy,
is
that's
selfish.
you
segue.
stand in
That's
that mirror,
Instagram.
That's segue.
you're gonna want to go to the club,
That
bro.
does help.
You're gonna want to go to
sometimes.
the club.
It does help.
You're gonna feel like
It
you're worth
does,
$1 million.
yeah.
All right,
That does
you gonna make sure you keep $40 in your pocket, cause you never know what's gonna happen. You might find that right one that'll give you much more $40. That's a confidence builder.
Not $40, Drew.
What can you get for $40?
Apparently, throat and box.
What it's attached to. What
Yeah,
you
for
$40
$8
J's, we give you
$40,
some
that's not.
best.
You probably don't want that.
You know what I mean?
That part.
Facts.
You probably don't
Facts.
want that. Yeah, that's
Okay.
Let me go to the bathroom for 10 minutes. I'm
Exactly.
good after that shit.
Y'all ready for a second topic?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Immediately. Okay, so as you all know, some sad things happened. What was it, last week? We had the shooting that took place at Walmart. And the question I want to ask is,
Food line shooting too.
oh, it's a food line shooting?
Yeah, they was shooting
Oh,
everywhere, man.
It was
That's
turning
so
up.
sad.
Virginia trying to put.
I don't think that was a mass
Yeah.
shooting. Though. I think that was just between
that
2
was
ops.
just- yeah.
But I mean, it's still a shooting though.
Still
Yeah.
shooting in a public place.
So,
Yeah.
my question is, do y'all think there's a way to make the world a safer place, or are we just fucked?
We're
Like,
fucked. We're fucked. We are definitely fucked because of you young niggas
Yeah.
don't know how to act.
Wait a minute, cut.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong? 'Cause I'm about to
Go ahead.
rapping now.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
go
the young,
deeper.
it's the younger generation because the stuff that y'all doing right now,
It goes deeper.
we would have never thought about doing. Y'all sitting here walking down the strip with the gun in the hand. We would have never thought about walking down Virginia Beach Strip with a pistol in the hand.
y'all teach them
Back
not
in the
to?
day, we would have got tackled by the horse. Like,
See, I don't agree
Not
with
talking about
that.
a horse.
why can't you?
So I grew up.
Do you
in the-
listen to the
I grew
music?
up in the '90s,
Great. Okay.
and where
Let's
I'm
talk about
from,
Where you from, Tiffany?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, Shaw Rack.
Lord, that's
OTL.
what Virginia is turning into now. You can't
From
talk.
64.
No,
You
y'all
can't
not.
talk. No,
No,
Virginia's
Virginia's
turning to
not.
Chirac
Virginia's
now.
not. But you couldn't even walk on my block if you weren't known.
Exactly. That's what we are turning into.
So
We didn't
I
used to
don't-
be like this back in the day.
Whoa,
I know.
what? What part
I
of
think
Virginia
it was-
did used to be like
it was
Right
that?
here,
just-
in Hampton
it wasn't
Roads. That's
seen
why I'm born
because
and
of
raised
the
at.
TV.
In the streets.
You talking about port?
I'm talking about the way the shit going down. It
See,
wasn't
It's
like
no
that when I was
loyalty.
in
It's
there.
no,
It is-
y'all
There's
gotta
no
be
loyalty.
honest.
But they were
There's
never
no
gonna
loyalty.
like the rules. The OGs failed these kids.
Y'all
nowadays.
aren't shooting
They won't
women and
talk no
children.
rules.
That's
See,
where
but
it's
it's not.
starting to get
It's
lost
not.
at.
It's that adds to it. But what we dealing with now is people lack emotional intelligence.
That part.
That's what it is because, you know, I'm dark skinned if y'all can tell. You know what I mean? And she probably can attest to this
See all
too.
this chocolate in the room.
That's what I'm saying. Like she probably can attest to this too. Like coming up, you know, I was called everything under. Like I had to learn how to joke. I had to learn how to roast. You see what I'm saying? Like it's you. And I'm the oldest of 5.
You from here?
No, I'm from Georgia.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? But I spent time here because my family is from here.
How long
That's
you
how I
been
know
here?
about
How long you
Portsmouth.
been here?
14 years. But even before then, I still went to the schools in Portsmouth. That's why when you said it wasn't wild, I was in the streets when it was wild. When the New York boy. Anyway.
So you called back then when we was going through was wild versus you pass a nigga on the interstate and they catch up to you and shoot your windows out.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's still wild now. But what I'm saying, what is happening, we lack this. Our culture lack emotional intelligence now. Emotional intelligence now, to where when you hurt somebody's feelings now, when we was coming up, you hurt feelings, be joking on you back and forth, we go back and forth, all right, bro, what up? When we was coming up, I done fought so many dudes, and then they be getting pizza. You see what I'm saying?
That's all I'm about to say.
Now, because they are so emotional, they don't have that emotional IQ to bear what's going on. So now, even I mentor a child that, you know what I mean, because one of the kids said something to her, she went home, shut the bathroom door, and put a knife to her wrist. Like it doesn't, they go straight to the extreme. There's no joke back, there's no retaliate, there's no talk to a therapist.
That's
It is
right.
just straight,
Yeah.
woe is me, I'm gonna take my life.
That's right.
Or
And
somebody else's.
and then, or somebody else's because I mean the situation with Walmart
Yeah.
because they don't, and it's sad because when I see people our age adopt this generation's mentality, it's like, what are we doing? Or you see people on social media just on live just crying because they had a bad day.
Then that goes back
You
to what I
just be
said
like,
about
bro,
social media.
what the
Social
fuck?
media got a big part of what's
But
going
at the
on
same
in this world.
time, the parents or whoever is in the household, that's the front line right there.
That's false.
No, it's not, bro.
That is
You
false.
control what's in your household. No,
Yeah,
it don't matter.
you control what's
Some
in
of it.
your household.
No, bro.
You
y'all-
control what's in your household.
But I'm not
Once you
saying
get-
I'm
once
not
you
saying the
step
house.
outside-
I'm not saying outside doesn't have any bearing. But you're still. If my daughter was to call right now, you hear me say anything on your mind and heart that you want to talk about. That's the first 30 seconds. How your day been? Daddy love you. Is there anything on your mind and heart you want to talk about? Me and my daughter's 13. We had to have that conversation about entrepreneurship. Daddy, you don't make everything. That hurt me. But it ain't hurt me enough to go in Walmart. You know what I mean? That hurt. That's my only child. Daddy, you can't make everything. And I had to sit there and tell her that I'm building something and I'm not going to be able to make everything. I want to. That's my baby. You see what I'm saying? But I'm teaching her how to process that and then discuss it instead of going outside, since my daddy can't make it, ain't none of y'all going to make it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I agree with y'all saying the outside is trust me, I was in the game because of the outside. But if my mother would have sat there and took more time, or my stepfather would have paid attention, he wasn't there. He was an emergency man. So the front line is still paying attention to your children or paying attention to your sister. I consider y'all family. So if Tiffany, if I see she put something wild on Facebook, yo sis, you alright? It's like the level of accountability now. It's like they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Yes, that does, because now people in Walmart is not waking up now.
Yeah.
So when you see him, he fidgeting or he's mad, bro. Let me come over here, bro. You good? You know what I mean? So I just think we lack that emotional intelligence. We lack that accountability because it's supposed to be a village. We done got so far from the village because we fighting about who is independent and who can survive without each other. Saying, nah, bro, y'all family. I don't want to see you survive without a man. I don't want to see you survive without a woman because we need that village. You know what I mean? But that's just that's my solidification. Y'all do it. I see your turn.
Yeah, because I was thinking about I understand what you're saying. I agree. It should start in the household, but I also blame it on our government.
I do that too.
A lot of it on our government and the people that are currently holding those seats. Because if you notice, everybody's 70 and up,
Yeah.
with the exception of a few.
Mhm.
So as far as a different generation, that generation needs to go. That generation that's currently
Yeah.
occupying probably 70% or
Okay,
75% of Congress needs to be
I
gone
agree.
because they're stuck in their mindset and that's not going to change.
So why
So
are
all
you
that
blaming what's
negativity.
going on in the streets on the government?
Cause they made the laws, bro.
Yes.
Who follows the laws if you're in the streets?
Bro, you still even though
still.
speaking as a former street dude, hypothetically, allegedly, speaking as a former street dude, the laws still affect us whether we follow it or not.
It affects us. It's always affected.
That's what I'm saying. So
Just like
if
in New
you,
York, you cannot have a gun. I learned this the hard way. You hear me? You cannot have a gun when you cross that border.
It's
You're
a
going
wrap.
straight to
You
jail
can't,
if you have a
you
gun
can't.
in your
get your
car.
CCW.
Uh-huh.
If you have any type of firearm, get your CCW. You can carry your weapon in 38 of the 50 states.
And that's still
52.
not New York.
Yeah, that's still not New York.
Have a gun in
It's
New
still
York.
not. Yeah, the 13, 14, whatever number it is.
Either way, as far as growing up in the hood, we have different ways of making. Well, I'm not in the hood no more. But but they have different ways of making money,
Yeah,
right?
that's fact.
And then, how can you blame the government?
But that's the way they're
I think her
raised.
title-
I grew up in the hood, right? But
Where
growing
you
up in
grew
the
up from? Where
hood,
you from?
I'm from 21st.
Chirac.
21st.
There you go.
21st and Pulaski. I grew
Yes.
up in the hood.
So you blame
Every time-
everything that went on in Chirac on the government.
They dropped them guns.
I
out.
blame
Yeah.
everything that
Correct.
how our beliefs as black people. If we're looking at our community, I blame it on what we've seen. I blame it on the government. I blame it on rap. I blame all of that.
So none of it on drugs. No.
Oh, most
Well,
definitely.
how
The
did
government
drugs
started.
get into
How did
our
drugs get in?
community?
It got in because
Our
of the government.
government brought the drugs into our community.
I mean, I feel you.
Our
I partially
government
believe
took
that,
our black
but at the
man
end of the-
away and put him in jail.
Our government is to blame for
Our
this whole
government-
women
New age
against men
slavery,
thing.
exactly.
The independent
All of it.
feminism, all that.
Right.
It starts from somewhere. But I agree. But I think what he's trying to say, at what point do we say, okay, enough is
Yeah.
enough?
It's
Okay,
us.
yes.
Gotta be accountable.
Accountability.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
Very true.
people don't like. That if anything is lacking in today's time,
Accountability.
people do not want to be accountable, bro.
At the end of the day, I never voted.
Me
I
either.
never voted. So at the end of the day, if I seen my brother sit out there and make $6,000 in one day, I'm gonna try to figure out how he made $6,000 in one day. I don't know what the fuck Bill Clinton doing up there besides getting his dick sucked. Only thing that's the only thing I knew that he was doing. You know what I mean? I
But
wasn't
then
into
you
the
have to-
government,
how-
but at the end of the day, if a nigga was trying to take a piece of my $6,000, I gotta handle that nigga that's in the streets. That's the streets code.
So let's look at this. In 2 years, we're about to have a new president, right? Even though the presidency, people fail to realize that really doesn't even matter because Congress runs everything and the
That
rich
part.
people run everything.
Yeah,
The president
yeah,
is
yeah.
just in the seat.
He's just a face.
Yeah, he's just a face.
Mhm.
But the president that is trying to come back
Trump.
Yeah, Trump.
is going to have all those drug dealers out there on the death penalty
Uh-huh.
if he has a choice. So it starts with like the voting and stuff. That all starts with us. Like my daughter, as soon as she turned 18, you're voting. Because this is a part of our life. All these people affect all those old people that's still in Congress. It's because of us and because we don't vote. When Obama went into office, even though he's mixed, he's half and half. He's not just all black.
But he didn't do nothing for us.
Yeah,
He
So
gave us
even
cell
though when
phones.
he was
He gave
going
us
to
cell
office,
phones. He gave us Obamacare.
everybody ran
We
to the
got him
voting
in
polls
there.
to get that man in office.
Yeah.
Just because he's supposedly black.
Local elections are very important.
Yeah, those
I
are
feel
the
like
most
at some point, You
important.
gotta stop blaming the government, though. At some point, you have to take accountability.
It's accountability, yeah.
Because
It
I mean,
is.
yeah, like you said, they dropped off the weapons, they dropped off the drugs, and yeah, it really like I can't think of the word. It really like extenuated, just
And
problems
they dropped off
in the black community.
COVID-19.
But
They
at the
also
same
dropped
time,
off
as we
COVID-19. Don't forget that. They
So
also
what?
dropped off COVID-19.
But
that's, yeah, but that's
I don't know,
But
just
at the
for
same time,
us.
China.
it's still
That was
continuing
Trump.
today. We perpetuate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we
But it's
talk
also
about the
the rap.
killing, the guns,
Yeah.
the toxicity,
Facts, the hood
what
shit.
what spiritual work posts on their pages, what what the black community likes to watch and stuff. Like
Yeah.
we still perpetuate that. So
That's true.
at some point, we have to stop blaming them and look within.
But that's why I said what I said last podcast episode. I really feel like, I mean, we can sit here, with the shits and giggles and go back and forth about women and men, but I feel like once men, especially black men, it's a reason why I dress up. It's because what you said. If a young man see a dude on the corner making 6 racks, his mind's gonna go automatically go there. But if he see me dressed up making the same amount of money as he's making, he has another alternative. You see what I'm saying? What I started, or I'm gonna do heavily next year, is Saturday Suit Challenge. Every Saturday, I'm posting pictures in suits, me and the dudes I roll with. Whether we in the grocery store, whether we at the library, whether we at wherever, because what it's gonna do, and it's people already hit me up about it.
The Muslims gonna win.
Yeah, they. You know what I mean?
You gotta do
but
like Wednesday or something.
No. They. Anyway, I ain't even. I don't want
They be in the suit.
You know what I mean? But it's giving a different option, because if I would have had an option when I was 13, I would have loved to see a brother out there like, bro, you don't got to do that. Like, you can make this same amount of money, especially now. This is why I don't understand. I mean, I understand because I was in that environment, but it's so easy to be a millionaire now.
Yes.
We live in
Yes.
what I hear from older people, they are jealous because we live in the easiest time to capitalize on money. It is just so easy now. So my thing is to give them alternative to monetizing their talents. So you can see a dude with the grill and whatever he driving or whatever, or you can see me, and I can come and teach you how to monetize what you're already doing. If you're drawing, monetize it. Create an Instagram, you know what I mean, and like make money off
I
it.
feel like without the work, you got to personally outreach to them, because I feel like they just see you, and I think you do dress nice. But I feel like from their perspective, you know what I mean, from what's popular, the Nikes, I'm not sure what young niggas wear nowadays, but they might look at you and they're gonna think, you're a suburban type of.
No,
cat.
I'm already in the
You know what I mean?
community.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I've been in the
I
community
feel like
for like
unless you
20 years,
personally
yeah.
grab somebody and say, hey, this is how you're supposed to dress. This is how you're supposed to. They're just gonna look at you from afar. Or look at that.
They're gonna look at you as a
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah, they're gonna
Nah,
look at you all.
that's-
look at
you
them.
have to-
And that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. He said exactly. He ain't against us this time. See, he said exactly what
At
I was
this time, because we
thinking.
ain't talking about women. Once we start talking about women,
But
we
that's
stop
what I was
pandering
thinking though,
again.
because if I was a young nigga, then I would look at you as an older person, dressed like an older
That's what I'm
person.
saying.
But that's a
Versus
difference.
somebody
in
who
your-
got the newest Jordans on, telling him,
Yeah.
"Hey, this
Yeah.
is another way that you can make this type of money."
You gotta
That costs $10 to make.
Yeah,
Yours
but at the
costs
same time,
$10.
that's why you have to be in the community.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm in the community. I work out of 7 cities. I work for 5 of the 7 cities in the community center. You know what I mean? I just don't publicize it. Well, they know. They see
See, but
what I
that's
do.
another thing I feel like this community gets caught up on, like the whole why we spend our money on this, why do we do that, why do we do that? Because even though yes, millionaires, billionaires, whatever may wear freaking Skechers or belts,
Yeah.
they still spend their money on something.
Oh,
So
they
black
definitely,
people
whether it's
have
wine,
to.
real estate.
I feel like
Money
the
on money.
entire black community just needs to give ourselves grace and stop trying to tell each other like you're doing this wrong, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, and just be like, look, let's come together, like you said, community, and stop trying to be like you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, don't do that, and just be like, look, how about instead of saying you're doing this, let's all go here and get involved in the community and do this, and not don't wear Jordans, wear a suit. Don't wear a suit, wear Jordans, and just leave all that out. Like you said, like, just leave it out.
I don't know, because I just feel our community, as black community, we're too flashy.
Oh, definitely.
But white people
That's
drive
also
around
our
all the
I
time
get
with
that. I
Lambos.
get
That's our
that with the
downfall.
cars,
And they'll
but like these Apple phones, right? When you're talking or you're telling black people it's okay to wear the Jordans, or it's okay to wear Louis Vuitton. Actually, it's not if you know the origins of Louis Vuitton.
Right.
Like, just educate ourselves more. We don't educate ourselves. As soon as we get a little bit of money, not even rich yet, not even wealthy,
You know, I tap
you
Brad
spending
Change a little
$2,000-3,000, just a little bit.
Yes.
You spending $2,000-3,000 on nonsense.
But
What do
it's
you need
knowledge.
that for?
That's what I'm saying. We have to give ourselves grace. Nobody knows to do these things.
That's-
And now it's starting to
yep.
become more like we're starting to know more. Hence the reason we can all sit in here. All of us aren't like struggling like our parents were because there's more knowledge available. But we're still not like, you probably know more than I know. You probably know more than I know. You know more than you know what I mean. Like we all probably know a little bit more than somebody knows. But we just need to give ourselves grace and stop being so angry at each other. Like really, the black community is lit. Like if you really look at it, everybody wants to be like us except us.
So it's time to be
Woo, you said
Bro,
that. Say
that's
that.
some good shit.
Come back around here. Come back around here.
I'm just
Come
saying,
back
like,
around here.
Go back there right quick. Say it.
Like,
That was a word. That was a
Say it
word.
one more time.
but it's so
No, say it.
serious.
You gotta
No, you gotta say it one more time.
again.
Cameras on you, baby. Say it one more
Everybody
time.
wants to be like us except us.
That's-
And it's so real because like we don't give ourselves grace. We get so angry at each other and instead of accountability, taking accountability, we just blame each other for everything. And the young and I'm not even gonna say white, other
Cultures.
ethnicities are taught more by their parents than the black community because they don't know nothing. But because we were set up that way. So if we start changing these things, like I know for a fact your children are not going to be raised like how certain children back in the day are raised because you got
They're
smart.
business owners.
Yes. You know what I mean? And same thing for my children, your children, you know, all of us are going to try and give our kids something different, and that's what's going to change the culture. We're already changing our community. We just don't realize it because we're too busy being mad at each other and pointing fingers. Like, we're already changing it. Like, if we really sit back and look at ourselves, how many of our parents was sitting in a circle talking?
And it's successful. Yeah, you
That's what I'm
good.
saying.
And that's one positive thing I can say about social media. I got so many negative things I can say about social media.
Yeah.
But one of the positive things is that we and when it needs to be, we come together
Yeah.
as a whole. Just like
Yes.
we voted for Obama.
Yeah.
Either have white, have black, but it was like, yeah, he had black. We forgot about the white part.
Get us in there.
We all black.
Yeah.
He said he is a black.
Nothing.
And he
You
got
got a
cell
little-
phones and Obamacare.
He did more for the Japanese and
He
homosexuals
gave us bragging
than he
rights.
Well,
did
Trump,
anything.
Trump gave us $3,600.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
$200. But I didn't vote for nobody. Let me put that on
Get out.
record. I didn't vote for
It's
Trump.
over.
I ain't a Trump ass nigga though.
But that's why, like, I really wish people would realize that, and I hope,
His
like,
books are actually really good.
Like,
just
for
What,
real.
Trump books?
Yeah.
Trump. See,
No, Trump
I
did a
mean,
lot
but
of.
amazing
but this
business-
goes-
we need,
remember-
we need to, we could go into
great
the business aspect
businessman.
of them.
Great businessman.
Trump was a.
Yeah.
Hold
was a
on, that's
great
what I'm
businessman.
saying.
He was a
People
great
need to
businessman.
learn how
else can you
to
become the president without doing
separate.
knowledge?
This goes back to last week. We were talking about people that had talents and what they did. You see what I'm saying?
I still talk about
We
that.
can we can
That was a good time.
separate that man. Say you already know what he is, but his
Oh, Lord.
his business acumen. Oh my!
Yes, he.
That man buried his ex-wife on his golf course.
Smart.
Cause now what that does is make it a cemetery,
Yeah.
and with cemeteries you don't have to pay taxes on.
That shit's crazy. And then, you know,
I feel like everybody was like, what?
no, real shit. He was so smart. Trump is so smart. He
He's
just got on
dumb
the stand
smart,
and did a
bro.
whole bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's
said
a
like his
businessman.
Twitter fingers was out of control.
He
Like
is.
but
He
he
is.
do shit like file bankruptcy multiple times, but
Yeah.
owns businesses
That's
because
what
he
I'm
filed
saying.
bankruptcy.
The black community is so hard on ourselves, and this Trump is successful as hell. How many times he filed bankruptcy?
Oh man,
At
But
least
black
10.
people-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Black
Yeah.
people will be like, "Oh, you broke. You doing this. You doing that."
No,
da, da,
he
da.
filed bankruptcy and still owned the buildings
Yeah, but
that
I'm
was in
saying
his
it's
bankruptcy.
power move.
The casinos that
And
was
we
in his
don't have that
bankruptcy.
knowledge.
Like he came from money.
That's what I said.
But
Let's
we
not
also
give him too
don't
much
have
credit.
that
He came from money.
He did, but he still
Yeah,
living in
but
money.
it's
Them niggas dead.
knowledge.
But
He's still living in the money.
He is.
He definitely got.
That is
Knowledge.
like one of our grandparents or our parents
We should
passing. You know what I mean? Which we
Yeah.
ain't
No,
trying to.
yeah,
I
Trump
ain't trying to
was
wish that on
a smart
anybody.
dude.
That's
He
like
just
one
did
of
a lot
our
of dumb
family
stuff when
members
he was in front of
passing.
everybody.
But we
Like,
put
Twitter fingers is
we
crazy.
put them in the backyard,
Yeah.
and now instead of paying personal property taxes for our crib, it instantly becomes a federal cemetery.
Yeah.
So we don't have to pay that no more.
about bury somebody.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
So
I ain't waiting for my family to die. But I'm like, this case what y'all niggas do.
That is smart. That is so smart, man.
Bro, he has no. That was the. When I seen it, I was like, why? I thought it was a sentimental reason. Like, maybe that was her famous golf course or something like that. He was like, nah, bro. And he didn't really like her. So he got rid of her. You know what I mean?
Great businessman.
Trump bought Trump bought Trump Towers and filed bankruptcy.
That's all.
Like, come on, man. Like, you just win it. I mean, I know his background got a lot to do with him winning,
being a
but
businessman, but
we
you
all
can't say
know
nothing
he
about
is.
his mouth either.
Yeah, we all know
Because he's still even now. He's horrible at
Let me tell you
president.
something.
He's a
If I
very
was a white
decisive person.
man, I would want to be Trump.
Yeah, but he
Yeah, damn
speaks
right.
If I
what
was
is
a white
hidden
man.
though.
He
speaks.
doesn't
you want
hold
me, Trump?
anything.
Yeah, he
just
doesn't
says
hold
whatever
anything
he
back.
wants.
Yeah, he's like, bro.
Yeah, what are you gonna
Only
do to me?
because
Exactly.
Trump was able to
He
do
said
whatever the hell he wanted to do.
America is
And he literally
sending
was
billions of
That's
dollars
not a flex.
to
though. That's
these
because
other
we got white
countries.
Congress who
He
wants-
said they
wants
are
an
sending
office.
billions of dollars to
If
these
you are
other
a
countries
white man,
when people in our country need us.
And you were raised
He was like, that's where the whole stimulus package came from. He was like, why
I
send
mean, there's only one.
Why send them? Because Joe Biden or whoever that was, he was only going to give us like what, $250?
Democrat.
Yeah, Trump was like, no, bro, they need at least 30 cents.
That's a trap, but okay.
It wasn't. You got to understand. It wasn't a trap. Now it was a trap as far as
How was it a
PPP.
trap? No, we gotta let the
What if
women talk too. 'Cause we
Now
going in.
that we're on the opposite end of that, and everybody's done we're talking about the black community, and everybody's done lived their best life with all that money he gave us. Now we're suffering with the inflation and the
When
all
are we
of
going
the
to take
stuff.
accountability for what he
They
just
don't
said?
wanna
That
do
when
that.
are we
No,
going to
but
take
They
that's-
don't want to
accountability?
do that, bro.
Okay.
I'm suffering because no real shit. I'm suffering because of that too. Because as soon as I start getting all that bread, man, I messed that bread up.
You can't.
I ain't even gonna lie, but I take accountability for that.
Did it help
look
or
at
did
the
it
black
keep us right
community
back?
as-
But he knows.
It depends on
our
what you did with the money, and that's what
And
you
what
take
the black
accountability
people
for.
want.
Some
And he
people,
knew it
some
was
people
going to
got
come right
businesses.
back into the community.
Yeah.
He knew that we were going to get that check
Yeah.
and you were going to go
Exactly.
spend it. So that is not, that's
It
not
wasn't a
him.
trap, though.
That's just
It was
knowing
a trap,
us.
though.
Yeah, we
So is that his fault
Trap.
or
It's
our
not-
fault?
It's definitely a
flawed.
trap.
It's still a
She said it
personality
is.
flaw.
We
Yeah.
need to take
I would
accountability,
do
but
it.
it was a trap. And
It
that's
wasn't
If
a
I
trap.
knew
though.
that came-
It wasn't a trap because it was so many businesses that was created because of this.
That's what I'm
pandemic.
It's a personality flaw.
But they all know.
But that's
You
their
can't
personality.
say that,
You
though.
gotta
We
accept
can't
it.
say there's so many businesses because they're also going. Do y'all
There's
know
so
what
many
they have
businesses
started
that tank.
doing to all these small businesses? Do y'all know how many people they just put?
The
I think $1 million into the IRS to start going after small businesses.
Oh, they
because
just
know
hired
for a
17,000
fact
people.
That a lot
Yeah, but
of
that was
small
because they was
businesses were
creating
starting.
business. They
Yeah,
they was
people were just
applying for the
creating
P.
shit.
They won't get the
PPP
people
loan.
on the right
Yeah,
way.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
how
That's
they get
what
nailed.
they
They
do.
don't get it
Not
the right
people
way.
after.
Do you think they're not going to target whoever they want to target?
They're
Like
gonna
we have to
target-
be.
No, they
But
not
that's
gonna
why
target
as
whoever they
black-
want
As
to
black
target.
people, we have to be smarter.
That's what I'm saying.
As
Still come
far
back
as
on
taxes and
accountability.
stuff,
Take
if you read this
accountability.
book,
She's
you'll
right.
figure out what taxes you really don't
That
have to
part.
pay. Like it's so many. I
Right.
haven't paid anything, and I have a CPA, but it is ways around it all. We just don't know it. So
Bingo.
you giving
Knowledge.
the IRS and stuff more and more money for what?
That's why I say it
And
was.
you
then
should
is it
be
the-
giving the IRS. The
Is it
IRS
the
should be
IRS
paying
fault
you.
or is it
Stop
our
you during
fault?
tax
It's our
season.
fault.
We gotta take
Okay, look,
accountability.
close out question because I always see this question on social media, and Tiffany just kind of made me think about this. Would you rather have knowledge or a check? Just like people say, would you rather have $1 million or a dinner with Jay-Z?
I'd rather have the money.
It don't even have to be Jay-Z. Just any business mogul that you feel like could give you all the tips. Which is more important, knowledge or money?
Depends on what
Knowledge.
you're talking.
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
I
Oh,
think it
definitely
depends
talking
person.
$1 million.
personal
$1 million, none.
experience.
That's pennies.
I'm
these
just
days.
saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
let's
definitely
say-
go for the knowledge because
let's say
I'm
$5
a target that nigga who think $1 million is more than knowledge. So I'm gonna target that nigga and make money off of him. I would definitely go for knowledge.
Okay.
It's a lot of stuff as we as black people don't know, and that's from dealing with women who is independent, who knows. That's from no real shit. When she said she fed me. It comes from women who don't know. So if she was my life partner, then she would be like,
Then
"Yo,
you will be a
this is-
billionaire.
There you go. There you go, and that's why I
You
love
all be a
independent
billionaire.
women. Now, if she was a target, if she was a Tidewater Park ass woman that don't want to go out of here,
It sounds
then she
like
would have
her.
never been able to tell me that shit. I would have been paying $5 million in taxes, and then meet her, and she was like, "Why are you paying
But
$5
you
million?"
chose the
y'all.
Tidewater part. See, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
sorry,
It
that's
goes
what-
to it goes
Hey, mark that
back.
Tidewater Park
It
out.
goes back
We'll
to
replace it with
choosing.
hood.
We goes back. It goes back
You
to
go all,
choosing.
they
bro.
all about to be coming there.
Yeah.
All,
They're
all
like,
of these.
excuse me, I'm from Tidewater Park. I got
Right,
my
I
own
believe there's some
business.
beautiful, strong
Yes.
black women.
You better tell them that you
Stop playing.
I did.
Yeah,
My
no,
apologies. I wasn't just
I
talking
know
about
about
Tidewater
15 of
Park.
them braiding their
I was
knuckles
talking about
away.
those park
And
characters.
now
They
you're
hustling.
nurses,
That's all they do.
Baby.
They
nurses.
Well, y'all see,
Trying
that's
to
what I'm
get
talking
all
about.
this
CNN,
You see how they bigging
But
up?
that's what I'm
Right.
saying. If
But-
they making money, why does it matter?
But if I was to say,
They do. Oh, wait.
Hold on,
Oh, wait.
hold on,
Are you talking about
hold on.
independent
Hold on.
or?
If they're
I'd rather-
independent, if they're taking care of themselves, why do it
But
matter?
are they making money but still living off the government?
Thank you.
No.
Because that's a problem.
Yes, they are. If they stay in
No,
Tidewater
I
Park, they
wasn't
living on the
saying no.
government.
I'm just saying if they're
Because
making
if they
money.
living where you saying,
They
we're
living
not
on
gonna
the
name no
government.
places.
No.
But if in my projects,
I was trying to
then
have
you're
my
paying
girls
like
back,
$15 or so.
Move out the houses so other people can move in.
Yes,
That's all I'm
that
saying.
need it.
Let the house.
That's all I'm
So they
saying.
still-
I
When
can't-
you done,
I don't know
let
how you
them
feel
go,
comfortable with
Or
bricks.
kinda-
I don't get it. You look on the wall and you can't nail a picture in the wall. You gotta drill a picture in the wall because you got bricks. Like I don't get it. You got pipes on your ceilings. How can you feel comfortable?
We gonna
But
do it.
you know, everybody is. You
I
gotta do
don't
what you
Lie
gotta
about
do.
the inside of them houses.
Bingo.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You
I
had
done
some
been in
pipes
another-
yourself.
I grew up in those areas. That's what I'm saying. I already know how it is. I can't be with a woman who make money but wants to continue to pay $13 a month.
Comfortable.
Yeah, I don't like that. I rather
Content with it.
yeah, I rather
The
have
wait
to push
lists are
through
out of
the wall.
control and people are homeless and the
Please.
wait lists are out of control.
I do not want to
Yes,
get
But yet y'all
canceled
still giving these
before the
women
third
praises.
episode.
Yes, say.
Sweet.
Please, can I
But then if
They
you
gonna
think
praise
about
a
it,
woman all
but
day, bro.
if you think about it, what popularity is living?
See, you heard what she said. She said this is very true. So that
No, I
shows
said
you.
What popularity
No, you
is
not.
living?
Hold up. Time out. So you said
it?
we.
Valid?
Hold up. She said we supposed to. So this shows you women don't keep women accountable,
You said it
bro.
here.
Last
No,
topic,
I-
last
Yeah,
topic.
no, she don't, and she don't.
I
She don't.
Because nobody in my circle is gonna have less than me.
That's you.
But
These
that's me.
two
Business
twins-
mind.
twins-
Business
these two
mind.
evil twins right here.
If you a CNA,
Men that don't exist. This magical 0.5%.
No, it's
men
not.
that are
3 of them right here.
and beautiful
Well,
and grand.
3 of them right here.
It's like
I only hang
plan.
around men like that. I don't hang around bums.
Why y'all not in a
Yeah,
relationship?
I can't even.
I
I even
relationship right
Where
now.
are women at?
when I figured out the code to making money, I had to cut people off. And then when I went
Thank
back,
you. It's like,
I had moved out.
Independent
I had moved out of the hood
What?
into a little white collar little area, right? And then
Not
when I
white
went
collar.
back into Norfolk just to visit people, they were still asking who gonna go half on a 40. Nigga, a 40 is $2.30.
God damn.
Why are you asking? Can you? So then now that push you in a predicament to be like, yo, I can just buy all y'all 40s. But then you don't want to say that because you don't want to make it look like you better than
you a
them.
lick,
Yeah.
or you get
Or a
set up, or you
neighborhood.
be a lick.
Yep.
Exactly. So
That
now you
happens
was like,
too. That happens.
I could do a 6-pack for y'all. Like you can't be like, yo, I can buy all y'all vodka. You don't want to do that.
I'm
It's
saying
like
when we have these conversations, we need to be more realistic and not speak from personal and demand that you
No, but
want
that's your
and think about
viewpoint,
the
though.
men that
I'm not
are
saying
in the
it's personal.
world,
I'm
like
just-
the vast majority.
No, but that's your
Of
viewpoint.
men.
If I'm telling you, me and a group of men are dressing up every Saturday in suits, that means it's
Going to save who? The rest of these men, which is the vast majority.
but you still missing a point. You still miss a point. Your vantage point is what you're speaking from. So in all actuality, you should change your vantage point to who you around.
I don't be around no men.
So why are you talking like this? Then? So either the
that could
men
be a
that be
problem too.
hold on.
She said
hold
she
on.
don't be around no men.
Thank you. That's
That
what
could
I
be
was
the
about to
problem
say.
too,
That's
right
what
there. All
It
you
goes back
see
to what I
is
was saying.
boys.
Always back what I was saying to Tiffany.
That's
For y'all to be
different.
having these vantage points, it's the type of niggas y'all dealing with.
But it
No,
is-
I
is
want
your
you to be more
surrounding.
realistic.
It's definitely-
But I'm
That's
being.
why
You
I'm
can't
saying
tell
I
me to
cut
be
everybody
realistic.
About
with-
the world. I want you to talk about
No,
the world.
listen,
We're
listen,
doing a
beloved. Listen,
podcast.
sweetheart.
I'm talking about
Listen,
the
listen,
world.
No,
sweetheart.
sir.
Listen, sweetheart.
You will not.
Listen, sweetheart.
He's not going to because
Listen,
the point
listen.
still stands.
Beloved.
that
But
gotta be
you
realistic.
see, and this is what I'm saying. These women would stand on a point and be incorrect because you can't tell me what my world is if I'm telling you this is like we deal with this is what we deal with women. Women are the only one that give themselves a self
You can't
appraisal.
tell
Time
me
out. Time
what
out.
women you
Time.
around
You let me
and
finish.
my women
See
around
what I'm
me is
saying? You
different.
see what I'm saying? Women are the only one that give themselves self appraisal. Gold, you got to take to get appraised. Diamonds, you got to take to get appraised. Car, you got to get Kelly Blue Book value. House, you got to get somebody to come out there. Women is the only one take. I'm worth this. Why is
Does
that?
have anything to
No,
do
because
with
I'm making it. And see what she's doing. She's been doing that the same. Hold on, I'm drawing a line. I'm drawing a line. Let me finish with my
it? Be
line.
taking mad ass long to get to the
No,
line.
because I'm doing this because y'all don't
The line
understand. Because y'all acting like y'all don't understand.
The line is
Your viewpoint is skewed because that's your viewpoint. Either you're not putting yourself around those type of men, or the type of niggas that's approaching you is those type of men you're talking about.
How many % of men are like you in the world?
If I'm telling you, you listen to what I'm saying. If my vantage point,
You can't even say
How
that
many
because
%
we all
of men
come
are
in.
like him in the world?
What is like him?
That's
Outside of dressing, he sounds like
Whatever
he got
he's
common sense.
saying.
What you're
he's
saying is the men that we're looking at that are so great and amazing.
but they
How many
exist. You're
percent?
not putting yourself in that pool.
I'm talking about I'm not
what's
talking
the
about
percentage?
dating and my personal because I don't be with no what's that called hijackals. I don't be around no man that's trash. First,
So why
I'm
you
talking
keep-
about if we speaking on this podcast to people who
Not
are
the
regular
hijackals.
people who are in this world and
We
they're
are
dealing with
all
the
regular
ass
people.
men.
We're not rappers and all
This is
that.
what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna ask you.
He's shooting all
How
kinds.
many % of men do you think?
Lord, she asking the light skinned nigga.
have-
She asking the pandering.
He panders to women.
I'm a panderer.
All I wanted was a percent. Neither one of y'all
What's your
answered my
percent?
question.
None of
Y'all
us.
just started
What I
going.
try to
I
do,
give you a
We're
percentage
gonna
last
listen. We're
episode.
gonna listen.
But
When I hear these
But you
conversations,
can't.
I try to do
None
what
of
I try to
us
understand.
can get a percent on any of us.
Yeah.
Because
Most
we're
of
all
them
going by
real.
our point of views and
Real.
what we've seen in life.
Yeah.
So yes, I've seen
Yeah,
a lot
we
of
can get-
negativity in regards to men, but I also figured out what you bring,
Present.
and what you present to the world is the type of man you're going to attract.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing for man. That what you present to the world is what you're going to attract. So when we start changing how we look at ourselves and what we want, then we'll start attracting those men. Not
My
all
only
men are
question
bad,
is,
and
for
not
the
all women
aspect
are
of the
good.
podcast,
That is
We're not.
what is the percentage that we think of men that are already in this mindset that y'all are talking about?
It's a small
Women
percentage.
in general. That's
There's
all
your
I'm
point
asking.
pretty much is that
I'm
there's
asking
more
about
ancient
being more
niggas than there are.
realistic.
Yeah, that's but it still comes about. I agree. There's more. Like we just talked about last podcast. There's 80% of men that ain't shit and can't smash any woman that want to. When there are 20%, and even part of that 20%, there's less because there's only 1 or 2% of men that's making 100 racks or better.
Exactly.
However, we go back to accountability. If people want to draw, like she just said, if people want to draw a certain caliber of person to hang around, be with, or whatever, you have to put. Before I was this type of dude, I was in Jabro jeans. I had 4 set of grills. I had 4X t-shirts. You can go on my Facebook, Instagram, look up the throwback pictures. But what happened was I got a white mentor. I called him Uncle Bert. And when he was doing business, when I first started doing business with him, his dinner, surf and turf, was starting at $89 a plate. There was no soda. It was either sparkling water or wine. I had to know the type of forks and soup spoons and everything to eat with. But I started hanging around him because I knew I wanted to be better. When I started hanging around him, I began to dress better. You see what I'm saying? We can sit here and say, well, what is the percentage? And we got to be real. The reality is, if you want better, go and get better. Go put
And
yourself
that's
around
the
better.
reality, but what's the dead ass reality?
If you want, I was in gangster. I don't even want to call it a gang.
Okay.
I was a GD.
Yeah.
Like, what you talk about? Like, what, there's no, you know what I mean?
But I still don't think you understand my question.
No, I do. I get
It's
it.
not coming from anything personal. It's not coming from me being bitter.
See?
And you met all these terrible.
What's the
No,
nigga
that's
saying?
so
Just
bad.
silly.
You so
Big.
you got all of that.
Like, bit like
All
little
the
bit.
glasses. My glasses are because I
You
don't
look a hot mess right there.
Exactly.
Why you with the glass? I said, finally.
You know what I mean? I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I just want us to be. I don't want to be.
She wants us to actually talk to the people we need to help.
Exactly.
But we need to talk to them by telling them to change. They
That's
have-
what I'm saying.
But
It don't
if you-
come out like that
Yeah,
in the
if
conversation.
they're gonna
it
immediately
comes out
shut
like
it
I'm
out.
already here and we having this here.
No.
conversation.
Yeah.
With me, I know with me, I always say what I used to be. I said what I used to be since the first podcast.
They don't care about that.
Yeah, used to.
You have to, and she
You
is
can
right
skip
on that.
Clean
that's
past
that point.
relatability.
No,
And
you
go
can't.
straight
You-
into-
You can't just say, I used to be this and now I'm this. And they're gonna cut it out. They're not gonna listen.
Speaking from somebody who.
But that's not true.
Thank
Because
you.
I talk to people all the time.
What are y'all talking about?
I mentor people as myself. I don't have
That's
to.
not true.
You know what I mean? No fault to my man right here, but I ain't got. I could dress just like me and cut hair and mentor to a lot of people about what I used to be and where I'm at now. And then because of that, a lot of young dudes come to my chair and be like, "Yo, man,
Don't
why
be
that nigga just stepped on my
But
damn
she's
shoe?"
talking about
being
when we
relatable.
say like
Through being
when we're
yourself.
Yes,
coming
being
at,
And still
myself.
being that
when
same
we're coming
person
at
that
women
you're
and saying,
before is
no, it's
So
this,
you think
it's
I'm not
that,
being
it's
myself?
you.
No, women is different.
No, but when you're not being realistic in the world and noticing that like the
Like, these
majority of
people that I'm
men
around
out
every
there
day, dog.
are not what y'all are talking about. The majority
I
of
agree.
men that women are coming into contact with
I agree.
are not that 20% or whatever you said. So when we're again grace, because I feel like there's no grace for black women.
Or man.
Okay, you can say men too, but let's just say there's no grace for black women. If a white, okay, let me stop saying.
No,
that.
baby, go ahead, keep talking.
Why you
Don't
say
do
no grace
that.
for
Don't do
black
that. Keep
There's
talking.
no grace for black women because anytime a woman talks about a black woman talks about her struggles with love, men always like, oh, that's the niggas you pick. That's the niggas you pick.
But it's the truth.
It be
not.
the red flag. A lot of my
But we
feminist
just-
friends, it be the red flags right there. If you
What
meet a
did you
nigga
just
thank you.
and they ask you to marry you
But
next
what
week,
did
that's
you
a red
just say
flag.
about the time with
Thank you, Tiffany.
the girl that
I
you
got
was
like
talking
14 more years on y'all.
I'm listening.
I'm telling you, it is.
Y'all
the
don't
damn
ever
truth.
take the same accountability with women. It's you dumb, you this, you that. Like y'all.
Who
But,
said
never-
women was
you can't,
dumb?
but no, for niggas, when we meet women, we don't know what y'all like on the inside. All of y'all are bad, so the only thing we thinking about is with one part. We don't know what y'all like on the inside.
And
We like, oh
women
yeah,
are
she
thinking
bad.
about,
For
I'm
instance,
looking
the
for a
drive-through
husband.
chick. I don't know how she was like, but I know when she batted her eyes, I'm like, damn, she
But
pretty.
men
damn.
and women need to make better choices. It's all about what we.
Okay,
we
so
are
where's
talking.
the
What,
grace?
it's why we keep. I get what you're saying about grace, but how long we gonna keep giving niggas grace?
No, there has been none. There's been a lot of talking.
No,
down to.
there
No,
has been grace, but we just like you just said, women get the crucified for telling their side. You know how many provisions has been made for women?
What provision?
Black women, Hispanic women, white women. The whole feminist movement was created because of that.
Oh Jesus
What?
Christ!
No, I'm not saying it as a hold up.
What
hold
grace
up.
has been? I can see, I can feel where she's coming from.
No, I'm not. I
But
get
there
where she's
is a
coming from.
loophole in feeling where she's coming from, which is the fact that she's a female. So she moved more with her feelings versus niggas. We just want one thing, and if we find that one thing, and then on top of that, she's business minded also, then we got two things.
Yeah.
But we
When
don't talk
women
about
move, they
accountability, like,
move with their feelings. So when if a
But
nigga
y'all
show her
don't show
attention,
accountability.
How?
Y'all do not. Y'all
that-
get
she-
more
she
grace
has-
for
she
not
definitely
being
has a
accountable.
point. she has a point.
I can't do nothing because I was talking to them Tidewater women and I should have had a woman like her to tell me, where's your brain at?
But he was holding himself accountable though. That's right then.
That's
It's not
right, yeah,
about
yeah.
picking. It's about
He did
already
it
having
until
the
right
things
now.
established within you.
No,
Okay,
I know.
okay.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that. But
I'm
see,
joking. I'm joking.
It's hard until you've been through it. Like I've been like I'm 40, so I hear y'all. Yes,
All right.
I know I look good.
she ain't 40.
I know that. Anyway. But I've been through it. It really is our choices, and it's your energy. Like people don't get that energy thing. That energy big, and
It's
I understand. We ain't talking low. If most people, if I flash some money, then everybody will listen.
Yes.
So I was thinking about that. I go get the money in a card. I flash some money.
Yeah.
Then everybody thinks
It's not in her car. Don't rob her.
I wish they
you
would.
ain't gonna rob me
I
anyway.
wish they would.
I'll be a phone to
I'm
her.
still from Chicago. Don't get that twisted.
I was just saying. Let's
Don't get it
not
twisted.
say out
Play
the
me,
car.
bro. I
Don't
would
get it
like
twisted.
this.
I'm
What?
still from
Let
Chicago.
this suit and this.
Yeah, goddamn. We need some rent. Come on down here.
Exactly.
I just get a little bit
Exactly,
paranoid.
bro.
Like, let's not talk about money.
I ain't worried about nobody. Just remind yourself that I ain't worried about you.
Try to put your
Okay, go
lungs
ahead.
in
I'm
one
sorry,
of these
because I do
stories.
want to know. Do you
About to
feel
start
in
a
your
war.
experience? Do you feel like
There's 3 of us,
we have to hold
nigga.
ourselves accountable? But is there grace for us in the process of learning that we need to be accountable?
How long is
Because
it gonna take you
nobody
to learn?
knows. Nobody knows from the get go. Oh my gosh, I need to be. It's my
I
choice.
But
agree.
it's a learning experience.
It's
Exactly.
It's through your
It's their
experiences.
grace
And it's
for
the
us
red
during that
flags. It's the red flags.
It's that because for us,
It's,
I feel
y'all,
us.
y'all lead with y'all hearts instead of
I'm
thinking.
gonna put you in these groups. I feel us just
Yes.
watching these women that I've
We
been.
tear each other down.
Not that
Oh,
we ignore flags.
oh yeah.
A
That's
lot
it.
of red
Yes.
flags.
That's
Yes.
it. I have a
So
lot of
our
female
grace
friends that talk to me
periods,
about the
we're
things that their
ignoring
man
all
did,
the-
and I be like,
some of
are you
these
serious?
women, they just meeting these guys on Bumble, all these bullshit things, and they're already at their house. Or the guy just picked them up from their house. Who the fuck is picking me up from my house on
And
the
then
first
that
date?
puts us in the mind
Who is-
frame of what we can do
Then
and
you
what we
already
can't
know.
But I feel like women also are trying to appeal to the whole. I don't know. It's a lot that can go into that because each topic you bring up, you can say, "Oh well, men say like, oh we grown. You don't got to be scared to give it up on the first night."
Facts. But look.
But you don't want a woman without
But
her
then
body
a
count.
woman gets
No,
judged.
no,
and
no,
she
I don't
get
think-
picked
see,
up
that-
by
Y'all
you
don't
you
want
gotta-
women
you
with
gotta
high
find
body
women.
counts.
See, my
That's what
definition
I'm
of a hoe.
saying.
This is my
There's
definition
no-
of
I
a
think
hoe.
every woman got a high body count if y'all lose your
Negative.
virginity. I don't care what
Negative.
y'all say because
I don't know about
if
what
you
you're
meet
talking
me in
about.
love, I'm times it by 10.
No.
I
It
don't know
doesn't
what you're
even
talking
matter.
about.
Listen.
This is my
False.
definition. Hold up. This is my definition of if you was to say a hoe. Because I don't think, you know what I mean? I prefer a woman that know what she's doing. I ain't got time.
The cameraman.
I
Too bad the
ain't-
cameraman can't put his camera on himself. He like,
I ain't
I'm
got
tired
time
of
to
this
be
shit.
teaching a whole bunch of this. I prefer a woman that know what she's doing. My definition of a hoe would be, okay, say you sleeping with 5, let's just say 3 niggas. Say you knocking down 3 niggas. Now you letting all 3 of these niggas dumping you, what we doing? Like, you know what I mean? We all grown. You enjoy sex, that's cool. But all 3 of them ain't using a rubber. Now if you sleeping with 3, one of them not using rubber, the other 2 is, then that's cool. Do your thing, shawty. But 3 and ain't none of them strapping on.
I don't condone this.
I ain't saying. I'm just saying
I'm
my.
playing
that's a
devil's
skank. I wouldn't call her a
advocate.
hoe.
I'm playing
Yeah.
devil's
That's the
advocate.
$40 joint.
Because,
No, I wouldn't say that, bro.
I'm
Because women
playing
like.
devil's advocate because I don't condone that. I think that's very risky with your life to be just out here.
That's my
raw
definition.
dogging it out.
You know what I mean?
But men do it all the time.
No, I'm a hypochondriac.
I'm
I
not
don't know
talking
about
about
all
you.
of
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you.
I don't know
That's
about
where
all
y'all
the
are getting it
time.
wrong.
That's
Back
what-
to her
that's
point.
literally
Yeah.
back to my
We're not.
point.
I'm
If
not
you
talking
coming
about
from
you. I'm
personal
saying we're talking about
relationship
men. in
Yeah, but
general.
if a man, if we talking about that percentage of men that is not,
80%.
yeah, that 80% of men that's not used to getting no ass.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking about the men that get ass all the time is out here not using no rubber.
But let's just say men in general.
So,
Men-
okay, all right. So, if it's men out here that's not using no rubbers,
All the time.
who are they using it on?
Nobody. There's always
When is the women gonna take accountability?
Thank you,
for the
bro.
men who is not using rubbers?
We ending this.
Future got Nick Cannon and Future got about 80 kids, and there's women still doing this.
And
See,
why?
that's what I'm
Because
talking
of the
about,
money.
like-
It's not
They don't
worse.
care.
Is this?
50-50.
Here we go with the penny.
What Quavo
Like, here we go with the penny.
50-50.
He's agreeing with you though. But
No, he said it's 50. It's not.
but
If
that's
I'm
what
a woman and I know a man got 10 kids, if he attractive, he got big wood or whatever, no homo, like bro, strap it up. Like you already got 10 of them. Like you already got 10 of them.
Then I think
That's
about
just
that.
like,
You know
oh, that's
why?
just.
Because they're thinking about
Yeah,
financially.
and still he's
They
at
good
11.
financially.
And then, oh, I was about to say on the flip side.
Well over $3 million for his child that he don't even care
Which is
about.
stupid.
That's
Therefore,
argue the same opposition though. You can say
That's what I was about to
she
say.
got 3
For a
kids.
man, the same thing. I feel
got
if a
3
woman
kids,
got
stick
5
with it.
kids and you still going to her without a rubber, bro, evidently.
She got a fat ass and she
You know what I mean? Evidently, she popping them out like, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You can go either way. It's not just one way or the other.
yes, thank
Listen,
you.
Derek Jackson.
You got it.
But
But
what
you
I'm
gotta
saying-
look at
How come anytime somebody agrees with a woman, they got to be Derek Jackson?
Because you, bro, what you're doing, I'm not.
I'm
first
saying
of all,
I'm not pandering to them. I have my own viewpoints though. I'm not pandering
like
to them all.
that nigga.
Derek
Pandering.
Jackson
I'm
is
saying my
That nigga's
opinions.
That's
Why we even call Derek Jackson? He's a cheater.
I don't know who
But he was
who
one of the
Derek
biggest
Jackson?
panderers
It's
of that
because
time.
reason why I'm sorry about that.
was
But
Derek
the
Jackson?
reason why he keeps saying Derek Jackson because Derek Jackson
he's-
was on Facebook
that bullshit.
all towards women. He was on some shit where
Yeah, he
if a
was.
woman cheat, you better forgive her.
Period.
You know what I mean?
I'm not
See
saying-
what I'm saying?
I'm not saying, bro. I'm
If
not
you
saying
can
that at
push
all.
to somebody else, that's it.
I'm not saying that at all.
Okay, well, look.
But I'm saying my points, and they agreeing with me. But that's not pandering to them. That's just, you know what I mean. I feel like it's
That's
just
his point.
sometimes it's
He
50.
got a good hand on
You
his
can't argue rah, and be from a nigga's perspective all the time. You gotta look from the opposition and see
That
what they're
part.
saying.
And that's what I just did when she was
It's
talking.
both ways.
That's
That's what
right.
I'm
You
saying.
still gotta
Everything
step in
Same
the
way,
both
nigga
ways.
can her. She got 5 kids. She can see him. He got 5 kids.
I
But
said
then,
that.
but then
I
at
said
the end
that.
of the day, I hate to say it, but a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women, I'm gonna say not all women again because they're gonna get at me, but a lot of women don't take accountability of what they
Very
do.
true.
Also,
It's their choice.
they'll sit right here on social media and take sync on the booty pics on thongs and be like, "Wow, these niggas in my inbox."
I mean, that's
But
what
if
Oh,
they
the
would
niggas
sit back,
take
but if they would sit back and post
accountability,
their
get out the-
accomplishments,
Because it's a search
they would
trap.
get the right
That's
niggas.
why
They would
they
get the
in
niggas
the
that they
inbox.
looking
It's a
for.
thirst trap.
But they want to sit. They want to
But
sit
she
there and
know
go
what's
live
happening.
and
She-
twerk
I
and
know
then
what
wonder
I'm
why
doing
every
if
nigga's
I'm
in the
doing
inbox.
that's a valid point.
She wants a nigga that's gonna pay the bills, and if she puts that ass on that seat.
Okay,
it's
so
gonna pay the bills.
what percentage of women who wants a nigga to pay bills?
That's a lot of
All
them
of
out
them.
there.
And then it goes back to what I said in the first place. Women will open their legs for financial reasons.
Negative.
No, because you still gotta have.
Some niggas
Not
want-
all.
I meant to
Let's
say
say-
most. I
let's
meant to
just
say
say
most.
yes,
I meant to
Women
say
know what
most.
niggas want. Niggas don't want Aisha Curry. I mean, we do, but you know what I mean.
Wait,
like,
who is that?
we
Who
like.
is that? 'Cause that's
Steph
not
Curry
That's
wife.
not like Steve
Steph
Curry's
Curry.
sister.
No,
Wait a
Steph
minute.
Nah,
Curry.
she's
Steph
a-
I wanna know if she's
She
Steve
could.
Curry.
She do everything
Steve
she's
Curry, her
supposed
whole
to. She's
family.
very beautiful.
Stephen
We
Curry,
want
her
that
family
woman with a
fan.
cute face and a nice ass. So that's what
But
they
even
supposed to
Steph Curry said, "I want attention from other men at times."
No, Steph Curry wife
Nah,
said that.
that's
Steph
what I'm saying.
Curry
Steph
said
Curry
it.
wife.
Don't do
Steph
my
Curry-
dog
No,
like
I ain't
that.
saying that.
I'm
Yeah.
about to say-
Steph Curry wife said.
Steph
Curry
Curry
wife
said
got
that.
it made, and she said,
Well, we're about to-
"I
we're about
want
to turn
attention."
this podcast
That was toxic. That was toxic. That was toxic as fuck. I
See,
ain't
that's
like
what I'm
That
saying.
didn't make
I ain't
no
like that.
damn sense.
And she's still trying to take up for him.
And she said,
Look, but
Steph
hold
Curry-
on, time
Steph
out.
Curry
Time out.
said that
Time out.
shit.
Time out.
She was
if
being
Steph
most
Curry
women.
would have said that,
Steph
it would have
Curry
been a
said
wrap.
that's his part
And
of the
even
rap.
in that, she still took up for it. She said, "Well, it's not all about the money, though." You see what I'm talking about?
She wanted some attention. What is she doing? What is she
You
doing?
see what I'm talking about?
Honestly,
That.
he's lacking somewhere if she's looking for more attention.
He is a professional.
Oh my
basketball
God!
player.
Let's
He's
be
probably never
done.
at
We
home.
done. We done, bro.
But it can go
honest,
both
though.
ways.
He
So you agree with her?
The medicine.
So you agree with her tarnishing his reputation? A billionaire reputation on the fact that she wants more attention. You agree with that?
You said what?
Put the shade.
If you're not getting,
If I'm not happy with him as a man, then I'm just not happy with him as a man. You can have all the money in the world.
But you want attention.
but let me tell y'all something as well.
But you
feel
want
like,
attention.
No, but
You
let
got
me say
everything you
something.
want in
No,
the
no,
world.
no, no, no.
But because of social media,
Let me
you
say
want
something.
attention.
Let me
I
say
mean, if
something,
he's
please.
like-
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't not
Let
an
me get
actor,
this
a
topic
singer,
up,
or nothing.
please.
You just somebody who's taking his money.
Please. Let me get the camera attention, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. My
Aisha
Tan
Curry.
out.
That
was
touched
saying
me. I
yeah.
was pissed when I heard
Aisha
that.
Curry was saying that because, like you said, she's what a poster wife is, right?
Yeah,
she
pretty much.
cooks, she cleans, she takes care of the kids. She don't be dressed like no
Which is
whore
like
on
93%
Instagram.
of women.
She don't dress like whore on
She's just like
Instagram.
93% of women.
She's chilling.
We gotta say
But then
that.
you see these
Say- say-
women
say-
that are out here half naked, twerking on Instagram, doing
The
all
other
this stuff.
7%.
They get hyped up. Those are the ones that get attention. And her husband is a professional basketball player. I know Steph Curry is not no saint. He got all that ass in his face 24/7.
And he's still
she's
being
probably
strong
like-
because black men don't
We ain't
cheat.
trying to be
I
canceled.
can tell you.
She's
I don't care about
probably
being
like,
canceled.
she's
I
probably
don't care about being
like,
canceled.
bro, I.
Oh, shit, child.
Look at God. Look at get her. Get these
Oh,
women,
God, don't
Jesus.
put that was God
Get
said,
these,
girl.
and
listen,
Jesus turned the
please.
water into wine. And he owned that ass.
No,
Because
I
he
was-
know they
I
talking
was
crazy.
feeling the
He was like,
topic.
girl, be quiet.
I
Wine.
was feeling the topic a little too much. I was feeling the topic. I got excited. But I feel like, and this is very real for a lot of women that are in that position. What is it? Her and Jasmine Sullivan have that whole song, "Girl Like
Oh
Me,"
my goodness.
and I feel like that's how a lot of
Jasmine
women are. But y'all have to accountability. Do men not be hyping up the women that have the ass pics? Y'all can have a whole life at home.
Okay, why do
You can have a
men
whole life at
why
home.
do men hype up the women that got the ass pics? What we want? What we want?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though.
So
But
then
if
after
you're
we
at
get it,
home
then what we
being
gonna
a
do?
good wife, and you dress like this, and then a lot of times the husbands go and cheat with the women that have the aspects, even though they say that's not what they want.
That's why I gotta do both, babe.
That's what I'm
That's all
saying.
what?
That's what I'm about to say. That's why you gotta
Ass
grab
cheeks.
you one who know how to act
What
both
Hannah
ways.
say?
Who got less more
See, I don't
sides
think there's nothing wrong with Aisha saying I want more attention from other men.
Is
I
that
don't even think she said that. She just
She know she did. She
No,
said,
wait, whoa,
no,
whoa,
no,
whoa,
we
whoa.
not gonna do
What
this.
did you just
Bro,
say?
you see, this is
Wait.
Bro,
Did
we
you
gotta stop this.
just say that you feel like you don't see nothing wrong with her
Right.
wanting attention
we
from
need
other
we need
men?
props.
Did you just say that?
I need
Oh,
to.
I'm about to
I
say.
said-
I thought you just said
No,
that.
I said
You must not
no.
be married or have a
We need
girlfriend.
props.
You must be single.
Right.
Where your drink at? Toast it.
Right. What you say?
He's the biggest panderer, bro.
What did you just say?
All I just said was what I just said. I
That's
said
all I'm saying.
did y'all not see anything wrong with Aisha saying I want attention from other men? That's what I was.
I thought you said you didn't see nothing.
She's
I
a
could've said-
married
woman. She's a married.
You're not hearing my
woman.
question.
What you said?
I said, do y'all not?
Oh, you
I'm
asking the
talking
women.
to
Go
the
ahead.
women.
Go ahead.
Y'all not see anything wrong with her saying that? I said.
Okay, you caught it. Like
I said before I
was
said
like,
anything. I said I think that was
I
toxic as
don't
fuck.
think
Y'all
she
hear that part?
should.
As a wife,
She said
that's
it.
trash.
I
know
don't.
she- I know she said it.
Okay.
It's a red table talk. She
I
said
don't
At the
think-
red table talk at that
said-
with the most toxic woman.
Let me say, I don't think she should have said
She
that.
shouldn't have said that.
Knowing.
That's terrible.
Oh,
She
knowing.
said it.
So what she wrong? What
That's
she
what
said
I
was
agree
wrong.
with that. I agree with that. She
No.
shouldn't have said it. She should
But
have just
let's
did
be
it.
real.
Say it to your
It's a lot
girlfriend.
of
She just did
women
it. And
that
she want to
feel
put
like
one
that.
cheek
Say it
on
to your
the
girlfriend.
on the
If you
ceiling.
just
That's what
say
I'm saying.
somebody.
She shouldn't have said that out loud. That's how she was feeling.
Your husband got to hear that.
In that
I mean,
moment,
like that's shameful for
That was a
him.
bit
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
And it was during
Yeah.
playoff,
Yeah.
near playoff
That's a lie. I
time.
would have cut her loose. I'm worth multi-billion dollars. I would have cut her loose and got another one.
Yeah,
But
now
look,
it's-
But
just
how do you think that made stuff feel though? You know what I mean?
It's
Like that's what I'm
everywhere.
saying.
I mean, but he probably know.
But the celebrities are defending her. So.
But and somehow it still goes.
You
back
say that to your girlfriends. You don't
to
say
the
that in the
man.
public.
But it's
somehow
because
it
y'all
goes-
have to
Look,
think of the type of
the final line of
relationship she's
this
into. She
podcast,
ain't in
women
no
can do
regular
no
ass
wrong.
relationship.
You heard what she said?
Maybe if
What
she
did she
shot,
want?
She
shot
said
shot
the
for
final
her,
line
shot
of this
for her.
podcast
She
is
got a
women can
fashion
do
Nova
no
dress.
wrong.
Okay, just
Look at the other
imagine.
basketball
Just imagine
line.
if MySpace
And
and
she mean it.
Facebook
She
and
not playing.
Instagram and Black Planet, all of that wasn't. What kind of
I
attention
just
she gonna
don't
get?
think she meant it how she said it.
Nah, it's because
Okay,
she shot.
so when is the women gonna take accountability for what they
She
did?
stopped up Banana
No,
Republic.
I said she
Banana
shouldn't have
Republic.
said
She need to get her ass
She should not have
a
said
fashion
it.
Nova dress. She need to go to Boo, whatever the fuck.
She
and
can
get her
take all
ass slim
kinds of
fitted.
pictures showing that pretty cleavage.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
a pretty
Men
woman. That's a
like
pretty woman.
physical
Yeah,
attraction.
yeah.
If you want attention from men, it's simple. Show a little ass, show a little titties. You don't gotta say nothing about it. You could have just did it. Like you said, you could just did it.
But
The
maybe
fact that
she
she went out and said it made her look
That's what
It's
I'm
so
saying.
bad.
She should
And then
have. She shouldn't have said it.
Shawty
And then
over there
if she
said
felt
women
that way,
can
she
do
should
no
have said
wrong,
it differently.
period.
Because I feel like
You see what I'm saying?
she either meant it like
This is
the
the
way
time
that I
we living in,
dress
This is
and the
what
way
I'm
that I
talking
am. I wish
Focus
that
on your
this
purpose.
me, myself, and my I wish
Carry
I
on.
could get more attention.
Well, we can't see Aisha cooking. We can't see her personality. We don't know her like that. You know what I mean? Like, how are we supposed to give her attention if we don't know her like that? You know what I mean? Like, even Serena, she don't twerk, she don't do nothing. She got a nice ass and she look good in some jeans. She gonna get attention.
Yeah.
But y'all also said she looked like a man.
Who?
I ain't say that.
Which
Who
one?
said
I didn't say that.
that?
Who
Which
is
A
this
lot of
y'all?
men
We can
said
say
that.
y'all.
The 80% of men that they talking about. This
I
is
said
what I'm saying.
Talk about 80% of women. On
You
this
said
podcast,
Serena
but
look
we
like a
can't
man?
talk about
I didn't.
80%
She
of
said that.
women.
Wait,
No, this is all women.
Why y'all
All
keep
women
saying I
are the
said
same.
this?
What are you talking about?
I'm not saying this.
I'm trying to figure out who said Serena look like a man. That girl
She
is
said.
gorgeous.
She said. Man,
She
say
triggered
that.
hard.
It's a lot of
She
men
is
that
triggered
say
bad.
Serena.
Like,
I love all them stallions. Megan,
So
Serena,
a lack of male attention makes her wonder about her looks.
But she has a husband.
but she's not pandering to what men
It's
want.
something wrong
That's
with
why I
me.
said she does.
Well,
I don't
she
think
admitted
she
that it's
meant
something
it
wrong
how
with
she
her.
said
No,
it.
she's wondering if a lack of male, because guys don't give her. Most people say she's big and stuff,
Who gonna equal up to this nigga?
Aisha got a nice body.
Yeah, she does.
She doesn't show it all.
and she
That's the
looks
problem.
like she has a lot, but she's feeling that because she
Why is
doesn't
that
get
a
that
problem?
attention.
She shops from fucking Old
then
Navy.
maybe.
But what's the problem?
Where's her husband? at?
I'm not saying you gotta be in a fucking like nun outfit, but damn, like showing her titties.
And if her husband big her up, as
For
you
her
were
self-esteem
saying,
to be that
if
low,
her
that's how
husband was at
husband
home
argue.
like hyping her up, she would be
Stephen
thinking like
Curry
that.
always beat her up, man. We
Oh,
not gonna do
please.
that.
How you know? You and that damn
No, he
real
beat
follow
online.
A
No,
lot
bro,
of
they be-
people, celebrities be doing shit in front of cameras.
Online.
And I'm not.
Once again, it's the
I'm
man. You see,
not. Was that man not
I
just
do.
fired
I
for
love an
fucking
independent
the
woman,
coach's
but
wife?
once your paycheck go beyond a
Whoa,
couple
whoa,
of
whoa,
$1,000
whoa.
billion, $1,000.
Was
then
that man
I
not
can't
just
match
fired
it.
for fucking the coach's wife?
I can't match that.
Nia
I can
Long's
match-
husband.
So
Was
her
he not
fiancé?
fucking the coach's wife?
So what?
Nia Long fiance.
Was he not helping the coach's wife?
Nia Long's fiance, the dude was
or the
helping
trainer.
coach.
The trainer was
He was
Coach
helping.
fucking the
and he
trainer,
was messing
yeah.
with a staff member.
Yeah,
And he
What
was
about-
messing with
was
multiple.
The dude,
multiple-
wait, the dude was messing with.
Actually, he was still single because it's
Boston, remember the Boston Celtics coach?
Beyonce.
messing
But
with
they
the
have
trainer?
an
Yeah,
open
but,
relationship.
Oh,
My
okay,
dad is jumping off in
yeah,
his
yeah. That's, you know why though? That's
Knowing
different. You
that
can't.
they're
You can't.
But I'm not. What's the
Steph
point you're trying to
Curry's
make with that?
Yeah, you
Everybody
can't do
been
that
in Nia
because
Long's
niggas think they
inbox.
gay. Like you can't. You
Yeah.
can't say that.
What's the point you're trying
Well,
to
we
make?
don't know because we don't know their
He
relationships.
said,
We don't know what
He
goes on
said,
behind their closed doors.
do
We
you
can't
think
speak on
men are
them.
going to try to
Exactly.
talk to her knowing that Steph Curry is her
They both
husband?
can be
And I
horrible
said
people.
that they're
I don't
not
know.
hump the
I don't care
trainer's
about
wife.
them.
But like men don't even have to directly approach her. If you're just liking her pics, if you see a lot of men on her Instagram or her Twitter or whatever, just because she's showing cleavage. Aisha is more of like a personality type of chick. We're not gonna see all that because she's behind closed doors. She's with Steph. She shows Steph that, which she should. You know what I mean? But if you
Did
want
she say
attention
she
from
wanted
men,
more
the equation is simple. Show a little ass, show a little body. That's it.
And then on top of
We
that,
can't.
if I'm-
We don't.
if
You're
I'm
not.
with-
You're not
if I'm
cooking
with
for
a
me. You're
wife
not. You're not
who
showing
I'm
me
giving
nothing. You're not driving me to
everything
practice.
I
You're
don't
not
want
taking
her.
care of
She
my
feel like she
kids.
need
Not
attention
dropping
from another
the
nigga.
She admits
I
a
don't
lack
want
of
it.
male attention makes her wonder if
That's a
something wrong with
personality
me.
flaw
That's
with
it.
her.
She's
I don't
very
want her.
attractive.
Yeah.
So
but
she never
She for the
said she
streets
wants
there.
more
I'll
male
let the streets
attention.
get you.
No, she.
What do you
I'm
think?
asking-
Say it again. Say it
The
again. I'm
fact that
sorry.
she doesn't get
Listen
any
to what
like
she said.
on social media makes her insecure within herself,
Yes.
which is a personality flaw that she needs to go talk to a
Yes,
therapist
she
about.
does. She
I love
does.
that.
And
You
it
know
was-
what
it
she
has
did?
what
She
you
took
said, too.
accountability.
I know what it
It
is.
I
says
just be
something
trolling
that really
because
bothers
y'all
me and
be putting
honestly
this
has
over
given
the
me a
man.
sense of a little bit of
Handhold.
You just
insecurity
did
is the
that
fact
hand.
that, yeah, there are all these women like throwing themselves at him. But me, like the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. She said, I have zero.
jealous.
This sounds weird,
Yeah.
but like male attention. And so then I began to internalize it and I'm like, it's something wrong with me.
Well, she
Okay,
found it.
So
so
she's
that's a
comparing-
lie.
she's
That's a
comparing-
lie.
she's comparing
Because
her
I follow
husband.
Steph Curry's wife on Instagram, and I like every picture that she takes. So she do get likes from.
in the comments like, oh my
What
god.
was that?
But no,
Right.
she gets a lot of likes on her pictures.
Does she get comments?
I mean, yeah,
Like,
'cause
oh my
she's a
God,
celebrity,
so
but
fine.
it's just insecurity. She was there and I was
She
like,
But
is
niggas too
insecurity.
thirsty. That's
That's
wrong. That's
insecurity.
wrong.
But
with women
everybody
now.
has
Niggas is
everybody
insecure.
has flaws.
I said that the last
She
time.
shouldn't have aired it to the world.
Yeah.
She's allowed to have that insecurity. She should
It
have said it
gets
to the world.
annoying.
Okay. Well,
Not
Men,
the flick.
this is why I tell you to
Lord.
follow your purpose.
Please do.
Because this is
And
right
get
here
out the
is
DM.
this is just crazy. That we did all that to go around to just find out that she's insecure.
Yeah.
But she said black women can't do no wrong. Period. That's what she said. She was like, well, it gotta be something with the husband because she is men. Follow your purpose.
She's not black.
Just follow. I'm just saying what she said. Just follow your purpose, bro. Because it's crazy out here, bro. Just follow your purpose. Get on your grind. Do your
okay, but teach
thizzle,
them how to be a husband too.
Alright.
and teach these
But
hoes how
all
to be a
women- all
wife.
women
But
don't
no,
want
Carrie-
husbands.
Exactly.
All women don't want a husband.
Hold up, and the study shows
no.
now. Hold on, I got
No,
one better for you.
I'm saying
I
he's
got
talking
one
about
better
Steph
for you.
Curry and Aisha.
I got one better
I want
for you.
somebody that live next door to me and we can visit each other. I don't want you in my freaking
I got
space.
some
We
better
don't
than
need
you.
that.
Study shows.
need
Tiffany can
that.
pull this up because she like
Yeah,
study.
you know, I'm all about
Study
it.
shows women
Facts.
don't want to be married and have kids no more.
No, we don't.
They are capable of
Facts.
being city girls and getting the bag.
Take that
Why
back.
does it have to be a city girl?
Because that's what you're doing.
But if you don't want to be married, that automatically makes you a city girl.
Yes, if you outside from every Tom, Dick, and Harry,
Are you a city girl?
No, I sit in the house.
you just say you're a bar girl.
I was.
She was.
I sit
Well,
in the house.
anyway, there are study shows that
And I
women
did my
do
job
not
and
want
took care of my
men
fucking
as
child.
as boyfriends, fiancés, or husbands, and
It'd
they
be a
don't
lot
want
of
kids.
exogenous.
For my
Follow-
family and clean and be my traditional
Follow
woman.
your purpose, bro.
A lot of times.
39%
A lot of
women
times,
want
a
to be
suit
married.
and a tie be covering
Out of 100.
shit.
Hold up, time out. Say what you just said again, Tiffany.
39% of women would like to still be married.
39 out of
The rest
100.
of us don't.
Out of 100.
What
You know how
did you
that
just
what that is.
say? What did you just say about the 1% of men? So go find them 39% of
No,
women.
that's not just it.
Y'all heard this,
You
fellas?
can't just say because the men are not
dead.
likable.
You aren't.
That goes back to what I was saying
I'd rather
earlier.
have a wife.
Social
I need a
media
roommate. I don't
fucked
need a
all of
roommate.
that up because y'all put all y'all business out there on the street. Niggas don't want to deal with a lot
Just
of
like
shit
you,
that y'all put out on the
just
street
like y'all
for
said,
everybody to
nigga.
read.
Just like y'all said.
Like the sink in the booty pits. Back in the day when I was growing up and I seen, okay, let me phrase that because I'm on camera. But back in the day, it was a lot more marriages back in the day before social media. Now social
That don't mean
media.
they were happy.
That part.
They were literally.
But what, since you know all of
They
that,
stayed together
since you
because
know all
of
of
the
that,
kids.
what
Wanted to
percentage
have
of
a
women
home.
wasn't happy?
My grandma.
I'm
I
gonna
got a
say
better question.
99%.
I got a better question. What have you
We
been
dead
through?
and
To
gone.
make,
We all
what
know that.
have you been through to make you say men are unlikable?
I haven't even been through about anything.
So how the
How do you know
We
that?
done, bro. Y'all have a good day, bro. Y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day, man. Are we done?
That's a good question. I want to hear that. What's the
Are you okay?
She
I'm
said
asking
she
you
just
why
said
are men likable?
Are you a
From
lesbian?
my own
Are you a
observation,
lesbian?
Men aren't likable.
What's not
Are you
likable
a
about
lesbian?
them? We
Your
heard that.
personalities don't be likable. You're loud. Half of the time you feeding into the stuff that you saw on.
Are you a lesbian?
No, I am not.
So you like men, but just a lot of the men that you meet isn't like.
Or she dealt with is not likable. That's what she's trying to avoid.
No, and that's not even.
It's either got to be one of the two. You either don't like men,
Is it
or
because
the
the
men that
personality?
you
Is
meet
it
you
because
don't
they're
like.
morally not there? Is it because the
All
woman not
of that.
grounded? Is it because
All
the
of
ignorant?
that.
What? It's all of it
But
together.
It's all
man,
of it together.
man
So do
and
you
parents
ever
are different
like
than
look
men.
around and be like, you know what? Maybe
Like
it's just
when
the
we
ones
talk
that are
about all
coming
over
to
the
me.
world, we have to like it's actually men. Men and parents are different in
Thank you,
America.
Tiffany.
Men don't
Speak
like
some
to
wisdom.
cheat.
We have to get out there.
You attract the
ourselves.
man you want.
Like men in
You
different
attract the
countries
men
are
that you
totally
want.
different, and
Totally
they like to court more
That
than
part.
ours.
Yeah.
Say it again. They like to do what?
Who?
Court.
Be a man.
And be men.
Court.
Y'all gotta see.
But is it?
She
but-
having
men,
she,
we'll see
she
you
having her
guys
own
next week.
issues.
Another-
But
it's
when you
still
have,
men talk.
but when you have
You got-
independent
But
women,
the problem is with court nowadays because social media made everything
We
smaller.
cut-
Court
There
is
you
hard
go.
because we
There
know
you
you got
go.
options.
'Cause
Men
when
don't
I
wanna
used to
waste their
meet
time
women-
courting you when you got 10
Man.
other niggas in your DMs doing the same
but
thing.
then some
But
of
if
us
you
just
really
don't
want
want to
that
be courted.
Oh my God, bro!
You gotta
over, bro.
you gotta nigga up a dick. You got a nigga to take you out to eat today for Thanksgiving, but a nigga gotta be special, bring you flowers, you could get dick
Do
from
a
somebody else
trick
that
for
same
me.
night.
Yeah. Jump through some hoops.
Jump through some hoops. You feel like you don't need to do nothing but do that?
Soft life vibe.
Gotta just sit around and be pretty.
Yeah.
That's it.
You got like fuck. See, she's
But
dealing with
is
those
that
80% of
not-
niggas.
okay, wait.
Cause ain't no niggas
What
like
did
us
what
that's
did
about
the
to be
women
jumping
used
through
to
some
do back
hoops.
in the day?
And the only thing you gotta do.
What did the women used to do back in the day? What did the women used to do back
How
in
do
the
a
day?
woman approach
Lay on
a
their
man?
backs, but they weren't
That's what
women,
we
they were
said
kids.
in week one.
Exactly.
Because grandmas were having kids at 12 and 13.
But they're
Right.
saying like they shouldn't have
Wait,
to.
grown
My
man.
grandma was. My great grandmother
That's all
was
I
literally predator River Rock.
That's it.
Wait,
Yeah.
grown man.
Yeah, 21.
But my thing is,
Miss
what did
Sarah
women back in the day have to do when
trying
they
to find him a
courted?
wife.
Well,
And
women
she
back
said,
in
"I
the day
need the
courted.
house."
Did men back in the day
They
court
did.
women?
My granddaddy courted my grandma.
And then we still do. At the end of the
I
day,
think
we
the difference
still
between-
court
You
women.
just,
I think the
y'all
difference
just
between
said y'all
back
don't
in the
want to
day
court
and
women
today-
because you know other men may possibly be courted.
Y'all just did
Back in the day,
Y'all
we didn't
just
know
said
that. That's
I know
that's
what
the
I like.
problem.
I'm
That's
gonna
not
go
your
after
fault. It's
what
not
I
our
like.
fault. It's just how it is. Back in the day, we didn't have social media, so I mean, we didn't know how many niggas wanted you.
Exactly.
So we courted you thinking we was the only one. That was just our own little mindset we lived in.
And then next thing
today,
you see
and I'm not saying
booty on the
it's-
sink pics. And
Yeah.
then we see
So now
our
y'all
eyes.
today it's not. It's not
I'll
our
see you
fault.
later
It's not your
on
fault.
when
It's
the
just how it
gym
is.
and it should be
You
13
feel
hours
like
ago.
Something about you that's gonna grab her eye.
Say action.
Action.
I'm ready. Alright, real niggas say real shit. If you got a controversy on what we said today on our podcast, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And don't forget to try the vanilla crown. This shit get you lit. No advertising. Hey look, they gonna sponsor me one day. Listen.